All right, everybody, welcome out to Lager Room Guys Craft Beer Show. It is Tuesday, October the 7th, 2025. Jersey Johnny coming at you. With me, as always, is none other than Mr. Beer Samurai, eating some sort of a roll. What are you eating?
No, I got a hot dog.
Oh, you got a hot dog. Is that a sandwich or not?
No.
It's not.
It's a taco.
It's a taco. See, I'm
If
glad you brought that up.
If a hamburger can be a sandwich,
A hot dog can be a taco.
taco.
You know, you're not wrong. A hot dog is a taco. It's definitely more taco-esque than a sandwich. Because I don't know about you, but when I eat a sandwich, I don't hold it on its side and eat it like this.
I know people who do.
Well,
but
I think
that's another thing that defines the taco is you eat it from one end to the other.
Right.
Rather than break.
Right, yeah, because you eat a sandwich, you generally start on one end, but by the time you're finishing that, you're going back and forth and everything else. A taco, you're eating from end to end. A hot dog, you're eating from end to end. So there's a lot of similarities between a hot dog and a taco.
Right.
And speaking of tacos. All right, today is, if anybody out there has seen these advertisements, we're going to say it right here. Happy National Taco Bell Taco Day.
There's a reason we're making this delineation. This happens a lot. There's many times where you have the problem with these observations that we do at the beginning of every show is some of them do always exist on a particular day, right? Like Taco Bell's exists on October 7th. But what probably happened is National Taco Day is actually the first Saturday of October. Now, Taco Bell didn't do what a lot of people did, which was then say, okay, this one year just happened to be on the 7th, so now it's always the 7th. No, they changed it to the first Tuesday of October. And I can get behind that because it's Taco Tuesday.
Right.
But I think National Taco Day has been around longer than Taco Tuesday.
And Taco Tuesday, right, exactly.
So there is the official original National Taco Day, which is the first Saturday of October. And then there's the Taco Bell Taco Day, which is the first Tuesday, the first Taco Tuesday of October.
So happy Taco Bell National Taco Day. I should have said it like that. Taco Bell National Taco Day.
Yeah, something along
those lines. But anyway, so for those who celebrate the Taco Bell version.
Run for the border.
Exactly. Run for the border. Yeah, go for it. Run for the what?
Mordor.
Border, okay.
I'm not Mordor. We're not running to Mordor.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Anyway, all right. It is also National Chocolate Covered Pretzel Day. Happy National Chocolate Covered Pretzel.
No, I couldn't find any.
I was going to say, I actually looked for a couple too. I knew I had some, but I think we finished them. So,
those are good. I like those. I prefer peanut butter filled pretzels though.
You do?
But no, have you ever seen anyone do a peanut butter filled chocolate covered pretzel?
You know, I was just thinking about that when you said it. I love peanut butter filled pretzels. I love chocolate covered pretzels. I've never had the two mixed together. I've never had a chocolate covered peanut butter filled pretzel.
Reese's, we're looking at you. You've got a job. You know the assignment.
Yeah, go for it. They had something. I remember.
They had pretzel bits in one.
The pretzel bits in one.
In one of the cups. That's what it was.
Similar to what we're saying. But get on it. Put your peanut butter filling in a pretzel and then cover that with chocolate. Do that.
There we go. That solves everybody's problems. I think that satisfies both camps right there. Just like the original commercials. You got peanut butter in my chocolate. You got chocolate in my peanut butter.
Hey.
Yeah, so we'll see. Now they can have people like running around with like a bag of chocolate covered pretzels and chocolate peanut butter filled pretzels. They run into each other. The bag split open. Everything gets mixed up, and so now they've got to eat them together.
Exactly.
I'm writing the commercial for your Reese's.
Yeah, exactly. And it's yours to use. Yeah. Just send us a couple boxes of them.
That's all. That's all we ask.
That's all we ask. Anyway. All right. And it is also, to wrap up this portion of our show, it's National Dark Poetry Day. Happy National Dark Poetry Day.
This day exists. It was like the Poets Association of America or something named it this. And they did it to honor the death of Poe. Now, usually, I don't like honoring someone's death. You normally honor their birth, but for Poe, it's appropriate. Right? Being morbid, macabre, whatever. But I'm wearing, he was a great dark poet. So was H.P. Lovecraft, the shirt that I'm wearing.
Right.
It's a really, some of his poetry was really, really dark. Some of his poetry was actually quite disgusting, but we won't get into that one. But so what John and I have decided to do, we've decided to let AI write a dark poem for us. So, John, what did AI come up with for you?
The only one I put it in a couple of things, and it generated one that was already generated apparently 3 years ago from somebody else. It's actually from Reddit. So I wasn't going to go any further. It works. I'm going to read it, but I'm only reading the first 3 paragraphs of it because it's kind of lengthy. I really am thirsty and want to start the show. And
I thought we said limit to 6 lines.
6 lines. Well, there is 6 lines. That's why I'm reading.
Okay. So each paragraph is only 2 lines.
It's okay. It's 2. Yeah, right. Exactly. So this is: in the stillness of the night, I lay awake, questioning my plight. Why am I here in this endless fight against the forces that govern my life? The stars above shine so bright, but their light seems out of reach, leaving me alone in the dark and the night to face the demons I cannot reach. The world around me spins, but what is the point of all of this? In existence without any winds, just an endless cycle of bliss and abyss. There you go.
It's pretty damn dark.
That was pretty dark.
See, now I asked AI to write one with my name in it.
Okay.
The first poem that came back is: if you or someone you know is struggling, you can talk to a trusted adult or reach out to the resources below. So I had to ask it again.
That's great. I love it.
Because that didn't rhyme. I didn't like that. So it came up.
It was not a good poem, whatever that was.
It's an awful poem.
It was a horrible poem.
So what it came up with: David's dreams are lost in the night. Shadows creep. His soul takes flight. The darkness whispers his name. Echoes of pain. A haunting claim. In the silence, he's not alone. David's darkness is his home.
There you go. That's very dark too.
That one's that one's pretty dark. I like
pretty dark.
I think we killed it today.
I think we. Hey, see you there. I was about to agree with you, and then I saw where you were going.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. Well, anyway, happy National Dark Poetry Day, folks. For those who celebrate, of course. All right, I'm thirsty. What about you?
I am thirsty, and we traditionally don't drink till the guest comes on. The guest can drink as much as they want before they come on.
Right.
Sometimes it's better if they do.
For them.
Yeah, for them.
100%.
We become almost like engaging when that happens. So
exactly.
We'll see. But bring them on.
We're more palatable at that point. So. All right. Please welcome to the show, Mr. Eric Lesak. I think I'm pronouncing his name. I've known him for years, but
Lesak. You screwed it up immediately, John.
What is it?
Lesak.
Lesak.
You know, from watching Land of the Lost, you should know how to say it.
I wasn't going to say Sleestack.
Fine. But it's...
I've been getting
Eric Lesak. From Saranac and Flying Dog Breweries. Both of them. Yes, he is.
Yes. John David, you had me today. Appreciate it. Looking forward to it. I heard, National Taco Day.
By the way, you're in my phone as Flying Dog Eric. That's why.
Yeah, I'm in a lot of fun. But yeah, I remember a couple years ago during the World Series, if someone stole a base, you get a free taco. So me and my roommate at the time, we go to Taco Bell. They're all out of meat. It's like, all right, next free tortilla. What do we get?
That's crazy. They were all out of meat because of that. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So nice promotion there. Way to
plan for that.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're a little too young for it to have been Henderson's fault.
No, this was I think it was the Mets' fault this time.
Really?
What? There's so much that's the Mets' fault. That's
they wouldn't even have to carry like half a pound of meat for that.
Exactly.
So anyway, all right. How are you on this fine evening, Eric? Thank you so much for coming on.
Doing great. Exciting night. We have some. I'm a big sports guy. Big hockey guy. So hockey opening day
starts tonight.
Yankees playoffs. Baseball playoffs in general. So it's a fun time. The weather's still holding on pretty good. I'm sure John, you're aware we got some nice winter seasonals coming your way soon enough. But enjoying the fall while it's still here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Loving every minute of it. This is beer season. Like I always say, from the week before Labor Day till the week after New Year's is beer season. That's the way I look at it. But in reality, that's not true. Because as well as I do, beer season starts every year on St. Patrick's Day and goes straight through till the day before St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, it does. However you want to measure that.
Everyone. So there you go. So all right.
Talks, right? You take right after your last Guinness on St. Patty's, and then 6 hours later, hair of the dog, and that's your non-beer season, right?
And that's beer, and you've commenced exactly. So, All right. So I'm thirsty. And before we start the show, let's do it. Eric, why don't you tell us what you're drinking?
Cool. Yeah. So guys, brought a little bit of a local legend, not one that we have yet in Jersey though, but pretty much one of the tried and true, the first beer brewed after Prohibition. We have a little Utica Club for you.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. Sure if maybe you guys don't know the history of it though, but it is the first beer brewed after Prohibition. Just a classic lager. Easy and, absolutely like the PBR up north in New York, and really excited to hopefully have this launch in Jersey in 2026. Ahead of Prohibition Day. I'll start off with that kind of the our flag where we're at though, and I have some Flying Dog stuff too, so we got a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I got a couple myself.
That is cool. That is very, very cool.
Taking the obligatory picture.
Yes, there we go.
If you haven't had it in a while, I can get you some.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be awesome.
I got you.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That would be awesome. Because you know how I feel about those beers. Samurai, what's your first one?
Well, I went to the other portion of his catalog.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Flying Dog, and I got the truth. And what I love about all Flying Dog labels are the Ralph Steadman artistry that's on there. He was the illustrator for all the book covers for Hunter S. Thompson.
They were them and our founder George Stranahan. They were it was George that introduced Hunter to Ralph.
Really,
they got into a lot of trouble together at the old Woodstock. Drinking like bandits and then shooting guns afterwards until like 4 a.m, getting the cops called. But
I'm sure there was more than drinking involved.
Guns, firing guns.
No. More than I'm certain there might be stuff between guns and drinking.
Are you kind of speculating on some? Yeah, absolutely.
Hunter S. Thompson involved, yeah.
Yeah, so you'll see a lot of that, though. I mean, our artwork definitely helps Flying Dog apart, though. I mean, I have people that come up to us and come up to me specifically at shows, tastings, with their gonzo tattoos. I mean, not many people have brewery tattoos or artwork on their body, but that's just the power of Hunter, though, and he kind of gives us the edge when, look how crowded the shelves are these days. We still are able to stand out, and people can notice a Flying Dog beer, which I think is
absolutely
great.
And Gonzo Imperial Porter is one of my favorite Imperial Porters brewed in this country.
Fantastic. We have a new winter kind of variant coming out with a little bit of some different adjuncts, but we're kind of taking that Gonzo name and kind of doing some different things with it, though. But I still think, one of the best, just straight up porters. You can't beat it, though. It's incredible beer. Real quick, though, you're drinking Truth. You guys know the backstory on Truth.
Give it.
Okay, so 2015, back then, a lot of.
Well, before you give it, let's let John tell us what he's drinking. So
that doesn't matter. It's all good. I'm sticking with Saranac first, and I'm having honey pills.
Honey pills, there you go.
There, little honey pills right there. And I got it, Dave, in a new glass.
A new glass.
Mm-hmm.
I know that glass.
There you go.
And I know that was Adam there.
Adam was there.
He was there, not there when I was there.
He was not there when you were there. Yeah, he was there.
People who are listening, that's an Odd Bird dimpled mug. Very nice.
Odd Bird Brewing. He had his Cask Fest this past Sunday. So
yes, he did. And the week prior to that, he was at a farmer's market, and that's when I was there.
That's when you were there, so he wasn't there. Yeah. So So anyway, please.
The truth.
Please tell us the truth.
I'll just.
The whole truth and nothing but the truth.
People always ask about all the Ralph artwork. They're like, what is the story? There is a story, though. So that crooked politician guy, he kind of, it's a translation, though. Why'd you make the truth? There's no real reason. We pretty much just noticed that we didn't have a West Coast IPA in the portfolio back in 2016. And if you didn't have an IPA, a West Coast style back then, you're missing out. That was a huge part of the market share. So that's why we did it, to increase our market share. That's the truth. That's why we made the beer, and it's been
That's the truth and nothing but the truth.
Nothing but the truth. In some of our markets, it's still our best-selling beer. We do a crazy amount. Raging Bitch is our flagship, I always say. Double Dog is an absolute monster, especially right here in New Jersey. But Truth and a lot of our other kind of footprint, it is our lead and has been for close to 10 years now.
That's great. That's
Raging
awesome.
Bitch is one of my favorite stories that comes out of Flying Dog. And that was the Michigan ABC, I believe, they took on.
Yeah, absolutely, though. Yeah, because of the if you look at some of the, take a closer look at that dog. There's some naughty bits you might catch though.
There's a couple of naughty bits on that dog. 100%.
There's I think there's 6 naughty bits.
A lot of naughty bits. So yeah, that's the thing. Obviously the memo beyond Flying Dog, is kind of like, good beer, no shit. That's kind of one of our, kind of rally cries we've had for a while now. And, we're all about, First Amendment, freedom of speech. And, when we kind of get issues like that, though, and people want to, kind of complain about a beer label, we'll take it on. And Flying Dog is undefeated in court when it comes to a lot of the rulings. Even a few years ago, we had our freezing season winter ale. One of the guys might have had a little, might have had a little bit of a, if you look downstairs, something that maybe could have looked like something. It really wasn't, though, but they wanted to ban it in North Carolina and, took them on and, we won that one as well. So, again, we just want to defend First Amendment and, make badass beers that people can enjoy. And, that's kind of the story behind a lot of that, though. But Raging Bitch is the one that started it all.
And I love how they won that argument.
Oh, yeah.
They said the ABC's job is to regulate alcohol.
Yeah.
It is not there to censor.
Yeah, we didn't take the baby off our label, though, if you know what I'm saying, though.
Yeah. And or the Canadian Mountie.
Yeah, that one's weird. I mean, I get it, though, because it's long. I mean, but it's still weird, though.
I still think it was done out of respect more than legality. Yeah, and I love the play that they did. They had the horse rearing up as if it had thrown the Mountie.
Yeah, that's going back to Raging. That's funny you bring that up. People always think that's been like, oh, you must have been brewing that beer forever. It was actually an anniversry beer. That's how Raging Bitch it has I believe it was the 20th anniversary, 2010. It's only 15 years though. And a Belgian IPA, still, just a very unique style though, and it's one that if I don't bring it to a fest, people ask for it though. If people don't recognize me as Flying Dog, I say Raging Bitch and they know immediately. So it's definitely that name that people really resonate with the brand.
I was running a bar at the time, and when it first came out, I brought it right in. It was on top straight away.
I'll tell you what. There's 2 things about that. First of all, the shirt that John's wearing put Weyerbacher on the map because of the name.
Hold that thought 1 second. We got a comment here I want to put up because we did forget one thing at the top of the show.
Sure.
Okay. Brian Boak tuned in. He says, "Cheers, first beer, Trogs." Grave. Getting ready to go out to dinner for his 65th birthday today. So today's his birthday. So I did have
cheers and happy birthday.
I did have this ready.
It is ready.
Happy birthday, Brian Boak. There you go. Happy birthday, bud.
And John and I talked about this top of the show to wish you a happy birthday. And then we got a little sullen because of the dark poetry. And then we got thirsty.
There you go. But happy birthday, Brian. Have a couple beers on the show. Go out to dinner. Have a couple other beers while you're out to dinner. But enjoy your day. Hopefully you're enjoying your day. And
let's go.
And I know you're going away for a little bit for a couple of days too. So you're gonna miss the game on Thursday night.
Yep.
So and judging from the way it was on Sunday, it might not be a bad thing that you missed the game.
Yeah.
On Thursday night,
Yeah, I may not.
leave it at that. So.
Anyway, but
Anyway.
back to John's shirt. That name, Blithering Idiot, because of it, put Weyerbacher on the name.
Yeah.
And Raging Bitch kind of did the same thing for Flying Dog for those people who weren't already familiar with Flying Dog.
Yeah, absolutely right. I mean, it goes back to the imagery on our labels. It goes back to the names, though. It is something that people will always recognize in a very crowded beer market. Now more than ever, we still stand out though, and people recognize us for our artwork, for our names though, and you can still stand out, and it gives us an advantage that I think it's awesome though. And it's similar with Weyerbacher, you're correct. I mean, just very, very similar though. But I'm very proud of it, and it's something that we have that others don't. So it's definitely a benefit.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain it may not have been the first Belgian IPA brewed in the U.S., but it was the first mass-produced.
Mass-produced, yeah, and it still is the
absolutely.
Yeah, obviously it's not the most crowded, part of the IPA segment though, but absolutely it continues to be the best-selling Belgian IPA.
In a very crowded segment of beer, it's the least crowded.
Yeah, definitely one though where
in the genre.
You haven't had it in a while though, like that Belgian yeast, the Diablo yeast strain really gives it a nice kind of, works off the hops. It's such a good beer still, and I've had so much Raging Bitch over the years since I started with Flying Dog, and there's times where I kind of take a break and haven't had it in a while, and I'm like, I'll be at a festival just like, I'm like, this is such a good beer. It's so different.
It's such a good beer.
Yeah. Still hits.
You're 100%. The way that yeast interacts with the hops, the florality of both just play off of each other. It's amazing.
And I've still never found the 8.3%. I'm still looking for it.
And I look for it on the floor. I look for it under the table.
There's a lot of beers that a lot of breweries do, but that one more specifically. That where the hell is that alcohol? Where is it? It's crazy.
It'll find. Don't worry. It'll find you.
It'll find you.
Yeah. And second one. Yeah, that's usually
Exactly. Vanessa says hi. Hi, Vanessa. Thanks for tuning in. And she said happy birthday to Brian. So Vanessa, Brian, Vanessa says happy birthday. And Doug, we're going to get to your first comment in a minute. We're going to get to your question in a minute. I want to backtrack just a little bit with Eric because we jumped ahead a little bit. But here's your second post. He said, "Love the fear this time of year. Need to pick some up 100%."
See, Doug tried to do poetry.
Love the fear this time of year.
Great, it's awesome. A little bit darker too, which is good in the sense that it doesn't have that.
So I was talking about the fear. It's a dark poem. There you go.
High ABV. It has all those fun fall spices. It's just it continues. It's been since we've had it. It's been our best seasonal. Even when pumpkin kind of hits the wall every couple years, and it seems like people cool off, we never have a problem selling fear.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
Cool artwork too, of course. Though.
I haven't had that one in a while. I may have to grab one of those.
Brian just said St. Bernardus apartment 12.
Apartment 12.
It's a new beer, new style.
No, I didn't know this St. Bernardus was leasing out right at this point. Otherwise, I'm sorry. I'm
sure that was autocorrect and not Brian.
There better be some good Ubers in that.
No, because if the apartment's at the brewery, why would you ever have to leave?
Why would you leave? Yeah, exactly.
Just
St. Bernardus.
I just want 5 taps built into a wall somewhere.
Okay. St. Bernardus Abbott 12 will be his nightcap when he gets home from dinner, and that is a great nightcap. That is right.
It's even better when. No, never mind.
Eric, exactly. Shut up. Stop it. All right. Let's go one show without any of that. All right. Let's try.
Can we go one show without you showing a selfie?
I didn't show one selfie on the last show. Thank you. Go watch it. I did not show one selfie on the last show. So if I could do that last week,
I don't remember.
You could do it this week. There you go. All right. Anyway, all right. Let's back up a second before we continue down this very interesting talk because I got a lot of questions and I'm curious about a lot of things about Flying Dog and Saranac. I mean, let's not leave out Saranac, right? But let's ask this first. And I mentioned it to you before. First question we ask every first-time guest on the show: what was the first craft beer you ever had?
All right, so I'm pretty sure I'm 38 years old. I really started getting to craft probably right around like that 2008, 2009. There's always the staple brands, like Sierra Nevada, Sam Adams. I probably had earlier, but the one that I actually remember looking at and saying, wow. I was at a basement kind of frat party with my buddies who kind of was getting into beer. There's nothing but natty and all this crap. And he breaks out this one beer as we're playing beer pong. Take a sip. I'm like, blew my mind. I'm like, what is this? Wells Banana Bread.
Wow.
I know it's like, again, it's a very, adjunct forward though, but it just really opened my mind to what beer had been to that point in my life and what
Sure.
I'm like, oh man. And after that, I think that's when I started, I've seen it. Let me try Magic Hat. Let me see, how this is. And, it definitely though, I'll never forget being in that basement though with the the Wells Banana Bread.
That's awesome. Wells Banana Bread's a great beer. It really
It
is.
is.
Did you ever?
Stateside, right?
What's that?
Is it even available stateside anymore?
Yeah, you can still get it.
Haven't seen it in a minute, but
yeah, it's been a minute since I've seen it, but it's still available. So
good to know.
I got a question for you. Ever make a black?
They changed ownership, didn't they?
Yes.
Wells.
You ever make a black and tan with Wells Banana Bread and Young's Double Chocolate Stout?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the Young's chocolate is one of the best. Though. I mean, that's fantastic, and just even some of the Samuel Smith chocolate. You know what I mean? Like that was another.
The organic chocolate was such a good.
That kind of got me. Not to like dessert, but just that different segment of beer that you're not getting at a Rutgers frat party.
Well, I will tell you this. I mean, back in the '80s, the first craft beer I ever had was indeed Sam Adams Boston Lager.
Of course, same.
And
because we're at that age,
right? And Harpoon IPA, and Sierra Nevada Pale Ale followed suit pretty quickly. But I will tell you, one of the breweries was probably in the first 5 or 6 breweries that I had craft beer from were these guys right here.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, they were around for quite a while.
Yeah,
You know, around
And-
since 88, you're usually going to run into it sooner or later, you know? So, yeah, I think that's another thing getting to the Saranac side, though. I think a lot of people kind of cut their teeth on craft with Saranac, which is it's a great honor to have.
100%. That's crazy. I was going to say probably some of the first English beer I ever had was indeed Samuel Smith's. So.
Of course, yes.
And there were
Same here. Yeah, you don't go straight to Ola Doob.
I still see every holiday they make that like little 3-pack with like the glass. I still buy one. I have like 7 of those glasses, but I can never pass it up. I think it's like a great, little holiday gift idea though. And that again, it just that chocolate stout is just fantastic.
It's so good.
John, actually the Thirsty Turtle in over in right in Cranford had it on draft not that long ago.
Really?
I didn't get to even try it. My buddy was telling me he's there with my brother. They were drinking it, and I was like, unbelievable.
Oh, jeez. If you hear it's on again at all, just let me know. I mean, I'll leave and just drive down the block and go have some. So
You leave right now, right? If you're like,
I'll be back.
Okay.
Gotta go. But that's fantastic. All right, so let's back up. So now you're at your frat parties in 08, 09. You have your Wells Banana Bread. You start experimenting with beer. How connect the dots from there to here?
Yeah, so I mean, it's funny. It kind of starts, with just we trying a few different things here and there. As that 2010s. I feel like that boom really hit though. That craft boom.
Oh, yeah.
Like 2012, 2013. Me and my buddies do a lot of disc golf, and after disc golf, we would go and we would go to bars and just always start seeking out some new ones afterwards. And trying.
Did you say disc golf or disc golf? I couldn't.
Oh no, disc golf for whatever.
Sorry, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, that's kind of where we would start doing that though. I do got to give a shout out. I don't think it's even around anymore, but there was a YouTube back then called like Craft Beer Nation, Craft Geek Nation, or Beer Geek Nation.
Beer Geek.
Beer Geek Nation.
Yeah, Beer Geek Nation, and I was starting to follow that pretty heavily because that was the time where the things that were getting reviewed were things you could find in stores, where now everything's local. You could go right there.
Yep.
So I started kind of getting wish listed, and that's where I started to really kind of spread the. But I really enjoyed kind of cutting the teeth with a lot of the imports, though. I think that's a segment that people now probably skip over because it's such a saturated market. Chimay, Duval, any of the Omegang kind of, Cork and Cage, these Brooklyn local, all that stuff.
The Brooklyn local series, that was fantastic.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah, 1 and 2.
Of that era, though, just kind of really getting to enjoy a lot of great Belgian beers, which I think it's a little bit of an overlooked segment these days where people just don't give it the appreciation that they should get.
And it doesn't anymore, and it's a shame too. I mean, there's so much good liquid. There really, really is.
Yeah.
And not that we're going to belabor a point that we've talked about ad nauseum on this show, but the imports. I'll get to that in a second. We drive home all the time. These legacy brands, these landmark beers, and Saranac certainly one of them, right? And Flying Dog is quite literally as well. Don't forget where we came from, right? And granted, a lot of these, early 20-something drinkers, and I'm thrilled that, any of them are enjoying craft beer, right? And I know a bunch that are, it's hard for them to not forget where we came from because they didn't come from there, right?
They don't know where we were.
They don't know, right? They know local New England IPAs. That's what they know.
I mean, you remember not that long ago, just that that import shelf was ridiculous, and you see it shrinking and shrinking, and
not in one store. I know that.
I know. Certain guys, you can walk into a store and know who knows their beer based on that alone. So it's good though, but it was nice though. It wasn't just jumping into just the IPA kind of hype kind of era that we've been living in. I think over most of the last decade though, there's a lot of different styles out there. People were doing Gozas, and it wasn't just all kinds of different just styles all over the place though. It was a fun time though. So that mid 2010s, early 2010s was definitely where I kind of got like pretty sucked in. I think a lot of me and my buddies did at that point.
Mm-hmm. And then from there, what got you to, and not specifically, or specifically, if that's the case, to Saranac and Flying Dog. What at what point did you decide, hey, I need to do this as a career?
I was working. I started working at Trader Joe's in Westfield in 2007.
Well, that store.
It's a great store. There's only 2 in New Jersey that have liquor license.
Oh yeah,
That's the law in Jersey.
Yes,
Anyone grocery store chain, right?
Put a lot of places out if they didn't. So I started there, and everyone knows the $2 Chuck, but they had a pretty humble but cool beer selection. And as years went on, I started kind of working exclusively in the beer and wine department there.
What year was that you started?
Probably, I would say I started in 2007, but around 2010, 2011, I started doing a lot of the orders for the wine, orders for the beer. Trying to bring in some new stuff, trying to bother the buyers over there. Could be really hard to kind of budge, but yeah, could we try bringing in this, this Sierra Nevada, seasonal, and being able to. That was like my first foray in sales. I feel like it's trying to pitch
that to your bosses, yeah.
Yeah, so was doing that though, and was doing the buying there until about the end of 2015. And one of my brother's good buddies, we used to play disc golf with, that we used to drink beer with afterwards. He just called me one day while I was on my lunch break, and he works at a pretty big distributor in New Jersey. He's still there, great guy at Shore Point. I'll shout him out. His name is Brian Carlisle, really awesome guy. He called me up and said, hey, we have a position open if you're interested, about a craft beer sales rep in our outer territories, way out in Warren, Hunterdon County, not in their stronghold. But that was January 2016. I started like 2 weeks after that, and really was a great experience to kind of learn. I got to sell a lot of fun brands such as Great Lakes, Sweetwater. We got to launch New Belgium. I was there for that launch in 2016, which was a massive deal. We did some really cool tap takeovers in like New Brunswick, like La Folie and all those cool stuff.
Yeah,
love La Folie.
La Folie's a fantastic beer.
Yeah, not the sidetrack, but we had like 6 bars, and at each bar we had one like limited tap, and the La Folie was like the main event. I still never forget that one though. But yeah, it was great though. I kind of got to really learn. I was on the retail side, learn the wholesaler side. I was there for 2.5 years, and then saw the opportunity that there was a rep opening for Flying Dog in New Jersey. I got the interview, and I was kind of excited to kind of dip into the supplier side and take more responsibility, focus on one brand, have the whole state, and that's been where I've been since this April 2018 now, so like 7.5 years, which feels like longer in some ways. It feels shorter. It's just crazy. Beer years are kind of funny like that.
Very nice.
100% beer years are like that. That's for sure.
Now, not to get too sidetracked here, but we will. So I guarantee you probably went into the vocation you went into because you found out there wasn't any money in being a professional disc golf player.
No.
Yeah, the tours since fell. I'm old enough to have played frisbee golf before they started making the dedicated disc to it. Now, you said you went to Rutgers. Did you play the course over on Douglas?
Oh yeah, that's one of the ones probably the course I played the most. We still go there pretty frequently. It's like it's a great course. It's awesome. If you're really good, you can still have a good time there. If you're just learning, it's a great course. So to play there probably dozens and dozens of times easily.
The first half of that, I'd be like about 4 under par.
Yeah. And
the second half of that, 10 over par. I
wonder why.
There's that one hole there's a path through the woods.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, you're going over it, and it's just trees. It's a line of trees. I think you're talking about.
And the dog legs.
Hole 10. Yeah, that's hole 10. Yeah. That's
hole 10. And dog legs. I actually made it through those woods on the other side on my tee shot.
There you
go. With a frisbee.
That's the thing, though. Like, there's been times though where you have to always keep in mind too. It's a very blue collar game. So, what beer are you on at that point? Maybe your back half is kind of corresponding to
that. May have had something to do with it.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. It's a great game, though. But Rutgers is a great course. We even one year we did like an ace race, just kind of who can hit the baskets. The like first, we shortened the teas though, and was able to get some Flying Dog stuff sponsored for the event a couple years ago.
Very cool.
So yeah, we tried to incorporate that though, but very fun course.
If you ever get a chance, there's one. I think it's in Morris Plains or Denville. That course is very, very tough. It's up by where you've played it?
I think it's Greystone. I'm pretty sure by Denver.
It's Greystone. Yep, it's Greystone.
That's a humbling course.
Yes,
I've lost many discs in the water there. God bless them.
I won't play that course because I suck at the game.
It's
But
fun.
anyway,
Again,
but back to beer.
Yeah. So
we're glad that there's no money in disc golf.
In
Because
disc
you
golf,
wouldn't be here otherwise.
Exactly. You would be on the show tonight. Dave, did you open your second beer?
I have, as a matter of fact. I've got my second one is called Juiced Up.
Mm-hmm.
So the truth, this is dank as fuck.
yeah, it's
How dank is fuck exactly?
I don't know. It's 8.7.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
And what's the one you're drinking now?
it's also 8.7, but this is a lot smoother. So it's going to take me probably about another 3 or 4 sips on this to get the full flavor of this beer.
Because you're getting out of the dankest fuckness from the first beer.
Yes, this one's smoother.
Which, by the way, we say that with
love.
the love in the world.
Absolutely.
You gotta remember that's what we wanted in West Coast IPAs. You want that.
Of course.
Tiny
You want that, of course.
Yeah, so I think that's and cool to see. I think really recently, West Coast IPA is making a nice big resurgence though, because I like that hazies are great and all, but it's nice to see some of the more traditional, but some of those other styles of IPAs coming back, because not everything has to be just a hazy juice bomb. You can really make a good IPA that's still bitter, still has a lot of just different elements outside.
There's one double piney West Coast style IPA I wish I could have again.
Happy birthday.
Nope.
Oh, close.
Well, it's not from Flying Dog or
No,
Saranac.
I was talking like pine or.
I'm just saying it's not from Flying Dog or Saranac. So.
Gotcha.
Which one is it?
It's from a brewery that I'm wearing the shirt of.
Oh my God, Double Simcoe.
Double Simcoe.
We talked about that. What?
We talked about a few weeks ago. Yeah.
The cork and cage version of that was just heavy.
Now, by the way, Dave, Eric, was it while we were talking that I looked on Untapped? Because at some point I looked on Untapped. There are cans of Double Simcoe that people have been drinking recently.
Yeah, I never got those. So
Yeah.
I mean.
So yeah,
Search. I need to do some searching.
Yeah.
What?
So now I think it's a Pennsylvania only thing. I think it's a brewery only thing.
I can drive.
I haven't seen it in Jersey. It's certainly not available at all that I've seen it. But
he used to work at Weyerbacher for years. So
who's that?
Our current Philly rep. For FX Matt, he had previously worked at Weyerbacher for about 7 years. So I'll hit him up and see what's going on with that situation.
Find out for us, please, because that's information that we'd actually love to put on the show, much less, to get for us as well. But Dave and I refer to the cork and cage version they used to have. They used to have 750s.
It was bottle conditioned.
Bottle conditioned Double Simcoe.
Great.
So that's gone, right? That's never happening again, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, we got to find that out. But back to you, or actually back to me 1 second, because
back to John.
My second beer is Saranac Black Forest. One of my favorite Saranacs, mind you. It's a Schwartz beer, black beer. It's a Schwartz beer.
Yeah, I could see when you poured it that it was something dark, like our poetry.
There you go.
And our shirts.
I think I don't want to. I'm pretty sure though, because it's only upstate New York in the home kind of region around Utica. But I believe they're doing some draft of that this year, which I'm kind of jealous about.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
That'd be a stumble on a nice cool fall
I'll have
day.
to take a ride up to Utica one day and.
I'm out here.
A little bit. I've driven to Utica before. I have. A friend of mine used to live up in Utica. Used to go up to see him. Used to go out 80 to 380 up 81 to Binghamton and then get on New York State Route 12.
Okay.
And take that to Utica, and it's a 2-lane highway that goes through farms. That's all it is, right? And where did Eric go?
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Yeah.
Hear you.
We just don't see you anymore. You're dark. He's got to a dark place.
Into a very dark.
He's about to recite a dark poem.
Excuse me?
Oh, there he is. Yep. You're there.
There we go. Sorry, that is
What's
just the what's it called though. Sorry about that. I'm back. Back to
All
Utica.
good, all good. Anyway, yeah, no. Used to go up that way, and it's a two-lane highway. I used to. Let's put it this way. I will admit that I won't say how fast I was going. I'll tell you off camera, but I don't want to retroactive.
He was.
I don't want a retroactive ticket from 38 years ago, but
he was doing 95 and a 50.
But I was going very fast up this road. But it was wide open. You could see anything. I mean, other than maybe a cow, which would have killed me, right? But looking out, but going out, and then it said city limit, speed limit 25 miles an hour. So, do you know what it's like to drive 25 miles an hour once you've been going fast like that? It's like you're in reverse.
Yeah, that can't be.
No, it wasn't fun. But I spent some time in Utica, so I gotta. Had I known when I was there, because obviously, the brewery's been in Utica, was in Utica back then. So
yes, yeah.
Had I known, I would have sought it out. But this was back then. So anyway. All right, enough about me. It's April 2018. You get your job with Flying Dog.
Yes.
No, it's not. Okay. It's. Oh, you mean? Okay, never mind.
Yeah, we're in the story. We're in the story.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
It's April 2018. You get
lost.
You get the job with Flying Dog. And take us from there. Now, obviously, Flying Dog was on their own at the time, and then they kind of, I guess, was probably 2023. They got involved with Saranac. 2022, yes. 2020, right? Yeah. So bring us through that.
Gotcha. So, can you guys hear me right now?
Can hear you fine. Yeah.
Gotcha. My video is acting a little bit weird right now. But yeah, 2023. I'd been with the company for close to, at that point, 5 years, and we got the news. We went to Frederick, Maryland. Fred Matt was there. We had a long-standing relationship with FX Matt. They've been doing a lot of our cans and everything for a while. When we moved from, Aspen, Colorado, the old Frederick Brewing Company, and we moved over to, just the Frederick location. It didn't take us long to outgrow that spot. We were at max capacity.
So she went from the Frederick Brewing Company in Aspen to Frederick, Maryland.
Yes.
Okay.
So it ended up being, they were looking to kind of, they wanted to expand, but then there was just so much work that needed to be done at the old Aspen, Colorado location. They just said, you know what, let's just go all. Really working out well for us there, for the 15 or so years that they were at that brewery. But opportunity came, a lot of the breweries that are kind of banding together now. The acquisition happened May 2023. And I think it finalized in August. And, to make things even more crazy, that was around the same time that Hunterdon announced that they were going to be ceasing operations. So,
right.
From just everything got kind of turned upside down at once, though. But, we've had a lot of, a long history with FX Matt of them making a lot of our beers. And, continuing that right now, it's just something that we've been really kind of, enjoying and really just kind of learning, what the current culture of craft beer, what we're looking to do, though, what people are wanting as we try to focus more on some, kind of mainstays, some tried and true brands, but you still got to showcase new. You still have to showcase, innovation. So it's just a matter of, kind of giving people what they want and not necessarily, pushing out a new beer every single week. It's just a different culture for a lot of the established brands.
Yeah, it's two different things, right, Eric? I mean, it really is. I mean, some of the locals are pushing out that new beer or two or three every week, and they're usually hazies, which you can turn around fairly quickly, right? And look, they're fantastic, and they have their place, and it works well. Mm-hmm. And they keep the lights on beer is what they call it, and everything else. But the breweries that do the styles that and they'll have their IPAs and they'll have their beers like that, but doing the styles that those locals that operate on a smaller brew house, and it's a different business model, right? It's just that's what it is. It's a different business model. By the way, your video went again. We can't see. We hear you fine, but your video went. So.
Oh, did it? I'm sorry, guys. I apologize about that.
All good. You were talking. I don't want to interrupt you.
Nah, no, you're not missing anything in the video, so we saw enough of me. But yeah, it's just a different climate, you know.
I could see the Sregnar banner in the background. So.
Yeah, with COVID and everything, it just really it was just a crazy time for, you know, I think to really kind of put like a little bit of a bubble on the craft beer kind of world, and made a lot of people afterwards have to kind of, you know, there's a shakeout, and you know, being a legacy brand, just not Saranac, but also for Flying Dog, we're comfortable with the position we're in at FX Matt. You know, we've been around for, you know, since 1888. We have zero debt. You know, we've just invested $55 million over the last few years in our new equipment and facility. We're in a very good position, and
Nice.
I'm very excited to be, you know, a Flying Dog there. You know, Fred Matt's been, you know, he's a legend in the industry, and you know, nothing was forcing him to take on any of the sales team for Flying Dog when he made this, you know, this acquisition. But he's a big people person. He believes in feet on the street. He believes in relationships. And I, you know, appreciate that, but I also do believe in that. I think that this industry,
100%.
And a lot of companies have really lost sight of that. I know it's tough times, but you know, it's, at the end of the day, it's people talking with people, and you know, that's what it comes down to a lot of times. And Fred believes in it.
Look, you've been doing this. You've been doing this a while now. I've been in this industry for over 20 years. We'll leave it at that. And but feet on the street, yes. But it's the relationships. It's the personal relationships you have with, you know, in any aspect of this business, especially sales. Clearly, right? That you know, foster this and bolster this business. It's you know, some brands can, you know, send their emails out. You know, they're making a liquid that everybody needs, and that's fine. If that works, kudos. You figured something out that's really hard to do, right? So, you know, pat on the back for you, and I mean that with all my heart. But it's really those relationships, those personal relationships that really, you know, because this business is about being social. You know, it's one big family, and even people you don't know. You meet them from another part of the country in another brewery. Within 5 minutes, you're best friends. So,
I mean, come on. I mean, you know, I'm the kind of person, I can go to a bar by myself. I have to do it sometimes for work, and I love the idea of just, you know, grabbing a beer and then talking to the next guy, and just whether it's about the beer he's drinking, the sports team pissed off at, or whatever. That's just half the fun, I think.
Well, you've come to the right place on this show, but that's besides the point.
Yeah. Culture that beer kind of embraces, though, is just mainly the social aspect of it, you know. And I get that there's a lot of, you know, some, you know, a lot of negative news and stuff like that about alcohol, you know, and understandably so, though. But I think there is really a, you know, just something about the social element of sharing a beer that's super special, and we still do it. And I think there's still a great way to do it, you know. And we're diving in with Saranac, even with, you know, Weekend Warrior, which is like a 3%. We call it, you know, kind of our mid-strength, but
it's good beer. It's a good beer.
People could still enjoy beer. Maybe you want to do it a little more responsibly. And then if you want to get wild with some Flying Dog 12%ers on the other side, we got that.
The more Weekend Warrior you drink, the more Flying Dog 12%ers you can drink.
Like, I mean, it's all about balance. That's all life has always been about.
It's always been about.
Or 4 8.7s at a time.
There's a yin and a yang to everything.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Are you able to get the video back, or are you?
It's showing that it's on right now. Let me see. Hold on.
You are not.
You are.
We can't see.
Are you seeing yourself in your screen?
Myself on my screen. Yeah, I'm looking at me right now.
Oh wow!
I see you guys.
Interesting. We don't see you. We cannot see that. Probably the greatest wall art that we've ever seen on the show.
I'm disappointed then you can't see it right now.
Yeah.
So anybody who wants to see the wall art, you're going to have to look prior to about 45 minutes in.
Exactly. So, do you want to? You know what? I'm trying to think of how. I can't do anything here. The only thing I can think of is you leaving and coming back in, but it doesn't really matter. It's
very possible, or going to his video settings, turning his camera off, then back on, and seeing if that toggles.
That's true. That's true.
Give that a shot, but
that would be in your computer, not in your. But that's up to you. Whatever you want to do, Eric, is fine with us. I just like looking at somebody when I'm talking. That's all.
John's an ogler.
Exactly. Are you even there, Eric?
We may have lost him entirely now.
Did we lose Eric? Huh.
Okay. That may work though. That may work. We shall see. So
right.
how you doing on that second beer?
Oh, I'm just about done. He just texted me. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? See, I was texting, and I apologize. I was texting. I usually don't text on the show, but my brother, he's in Connecticut right now, and he went to Broken Symmetry. Yeah, he went to Broken Symmetry in Bethel. Have you ever been to that one?
I have not. I had beer from there, but I have not gone.
I haven't either. So so I asked him how the beer is. He hasn't replied back to me. But then again, he's probably being. I said the food is great. He had the Fest beer, but he hasn't said anything about it. So we'll see. We've got Dark Screen Eric back and gone. So we'll see what comes of this.
Dark Screen Eric. Well, on this day of Dark Poetry Day.
Yes, he is Dark Screen Eric. I had actually told my brother to go to Strange Cat. I don't know if you've ever been to Strange Cat.
I have not. I've been to Orange Cat.
Orange Cat's very good, but Strange Cat's actually quite good. It's one of the first breweries you're going to reach coming into Connecticut, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
If you're coming in from New York.
Mm-hmm.
But he went to Bethel and he went to this place. So we'll see. I'll have him report back on this. He's probably not replying back because I did tell him we're on the show right now.
Yeah, he did that. Now is he up in Connecticut for a while? Has he come back to Jersey?
He actually came into New York last night on a business trip. Mm-hmm. But he landed at LaGuardia at 6:30, and knowing I had to work on Tuesday, I was like, "You're not going to be ready to go anywhere until about 8." And it takes me and he's like downtown, down by the Oculus is where he's staying. So it's like, all right, that's going to take me an hour to get back. So if I get in to meet you around 8. We spent a couple hours drinking. I don't get home till 11, and then I'm mostly useless at work anyway, but probably more so than usual. So,
right.
I told him, give me a little more warning next time, and we'll see. But he's off to New Haven. He's got meetings in New Haven tomorrow. He's got a lot of options up there.
He does.
So we'll see. But he wanted to stop for some food and a beer on the way up, and Strange Cat doesn't have food, and Two Roads doesn't have food. So he found this place, so that's cool.
He did. Well, that's good. When is he flying back to Florida?
He's flying out of Connecticut, though. He's flying out of the New Haven, out of Bradford.
Oh,
so he's not coming back to this area. So maybe next time he's up.
Gotcha. Next time he's up, he can come this way.
Yeah,
and for those of you concerned, you will see him in December on the show, like you do every year.
He has confirmed that he will be on the show, I'm sure because he usually has a pretty stellar beer fridge.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one time driving through there with Doug Edwards and Brian Cass. And we actually had to yell at Cass that it was time to go to sleep because all he wanted to do was open more beers out of my brother's beer fridge. We have Doug, myself, and my brother are all in sleepwear. My brother has turned out almost every single light in the downstairs.
Okay.
And Brian Cass is like, okay, what's next? And finally, I looked at Doug, then I looked at him and went, you don't take hints very well, do you? It's time to go to sleep.
Go to bed. Sleep. We'll drink in the morning or after breakfast, at least.
I think we drank with breakfast, and I don't think Brian actually slept.
Do you ever have beer in Fruit Loops?
No, actually.
Not even kidding.
My roommate in college used to do Fruit Loops and beer.
I've done Fruit Loops and beer in college. It was fantastic.
He did it all
at least from what I can remember. But then again, I was probably not hungover. I was probably still drunk. So
yeah. And I thought it was disgusting, so I invented another breakfast cereal.
Hey, I had Bolero Snort before Bolero Snort was Bolero Snort.
There you go. Beer with Fruit Loops.
Beer with Fruit Loops, baby.
But the thing that I did was I would make a Kahlua and cream and I'd pour it over my Captain Crunch.
Oh, well. Then
That was tasty.
and if you put a little vodka in it, you then would have had Bolero Snort to a point before
To a
Bolero
point.
Snort.
I would have had a Scott Wells.
Right, there you
I would have had a Scott Wells cereal.
go.
That's what they should do, right? But that was my morning.
I'm shocked that they have not done something like that.
Call them Dudos.
Dudos. There you go. Or maybe they did do something like that. I can't remember.
I don't think they did.
Yeah,
I don't think they did. So
who knows?
I hope Eric's okay.
He's
I hope the Slee Stacks didn't get him.
yeah, the Slee Stacks got him exactly.
I don't know how Will always managed to get caught. Those things move so damn slow.
So slow.
And he still always managed to get caught. It was even the actor must have been like, really, you're going to let them catch me again?
Exactly.
What's our update?
His iPad is not working, so he's going to his phone. He's working it now. He tried Chrome on the iPad, but that's all screwed.
Yeah, iPads don't like Chrome too well.
Yeah, so he's just going to his phone now.
All right, that's better.
There you go. Let me just keep talking while I do this.
Okay, well, what are you doing?
I'm texting him, but everybody's still listening to us. So vamp for a moment.
Why are people listening to us? There's nothing to listen to right now, unless you want to listen to the sound of John typing and the sound of the German Shepherd barking in the background. There, right on cue. Good for him.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
That was awesome. But other than that, well, we've been doing. I don't know. We're doing more about. I can read more dark poetry.
No, I think we're fine.
No, I think we're fine with dark poetry. What's your favorite stuff to put on a taco, John?
My favorite stuff to put on a taco, and we were actually talking about eating tacos tonight. Ironically, just not because of anything.
Okay.
But we're not. We're having beef stir fry tonight.
That's not a taco.
No, it's not. It's not. We're having chimichurri chicken tomorrow night.
Unless you put them on tortillas, not a taco.
No, I know we're not having tacos tonight. But my favorite thing to put on a taco is beef.
No, I'm not talking about the filling. What are your favorite toppings? On
toppings, I always put. I put a little bit of lettuce, just a little.
Okay.
Red onions, tomatoes.
Okay.
Peppers.
What kind of peppers?
Bell peppers.
Okay.
Yeah, diced green, red, yellow, orange.
So you're really, really close to a Chicago dog as a taco, right?
Pretty much, yeah. And then I put cheese.
It's a steamed poppy seed tortilla, right?
Right. And I put cheese.
Gotta have cheese.
Gotta have cheese. I put sour cream. And before I put the sour cream on, I put cheese. Then I put salsa, medium salsa, not hot, not mild, medium salsa.
Okay.
All right, and then I put sour cream on top. That's my taco.
What about radishes? Do you like radishes on your taco?
Oh, you know what? That's a completely different taco. I'm talking regular, run-of-the-mill. Here are my taco shells. I'm sitting home making tacos.
I'm talking good ass fucking tacos.
Good ass fucking tacos. I'm putting carne asada.
Mm-hmm.
Onions, greens, and radishes. And I'm putting salsa verde on it. And
I'm putting Oaxaca cheese on mine.
Ooh.
Or cotija. I'm sorry. No, I prefer to cotija.
Cotija. Both are fantastic. But okay.
I love the cotija. It's usually a hot sauce. I usually don't particularly like salsa on my tacos. And I also don't put guac on tacos.
No, I don't put guac on tacos either.
Every now and then, if I've got a particularly large tortilla, I'll put a slice of avocado.
I will dip on occasion, depending on what's on the taco. I will dip in guac. But
how much meat do you leave in the guac?
Oh well, no, I make a separate bowl for that specific purpose, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, so if you're talking about really good ass tacos, like you said, carne asada, onions, greens, radishes, salsa verde. That's my taco. Soft shell.
See what I'm talking about. I like the street tacos where you've got the doubled up corn shell.
They're good too. I'm saying that's because there's a lot of good Mexican restaurants right around here, and
Yeah, you got like 4 of them right there.
Those are my go-to tacos.
What do you think of birria?
I love birria.
It's funny because there's time birria can be so damn greasy it's inedible.
Really?
And you go to dip it in the jus, and you pull it back out, and just the whole taco falls apart.
Mm-hmm.
But good birria, you don't have. You're still gonna have grease dripping from it, but not like a river of it, like some places do.
Yeah, me neither.
So now we're running out of taco topics.
All right, let's end our taco topics. Let's get back to beer. Look, so let's talk about some Saranac.
I could run the suicide hotlines numbers for everybody.
There you go. Let's talk about beer until Eric gets back on the show. Hopefully, he does get back on the show. Because if not, it's just you and I.
Oh.
There you go. But hopefully, he's back on the show to at least close us out.
But drinking the beer that he reps.
Drinking the beers that he reps, right? Exactly. But be that as it may, because I'm about to open a third, and I wanted to open that with him on, because I wanted to talk about that, because it's a specific question. It's tying in Doug's question too, right? So hopefully Doug's still watching.
You got a specific question?
Hold on. He's taking a screenshot.
Let's see. Need a fresh link?
No, I just sent him a fresh link.
We're not talking sausage link. Those are good. No,
keep talking for a second.
I want a breakfast sausage now. Would you put your breakfast sausage in the smoked maple or not, John?
Yes.
I think I want to prefer it. The smoke not taking over the sausage. I don't.
Really?
Yeah, just all this filling space is making me hungry.
You know what? You're wrong.
We keep talking about food.
I know.
Do we have a word from our sponsor?
We can have a word from our sponsor. There we go.
Do we have any sponsors?
Tonight our sponsor is Saranac. Saranac. Drink Saranac. There you go.
Drink Saranac because it's what we're drinking. And if you don't have that, drink Flying Dog.
Right, exactly.
And you know why you should drink Flying Dog?
Because it's the truth.
And you can.
And you can.
In a can.
In a can.
You can drink it in the can.
All right. So it says he clicked it and it says it's allowing him to enter the studio without his microphone. So that would kind of be a little difficult for him to
participate.
Try. Anyway, this show is really sucking right now, so you need to talk. If we both look at our phones, I'm not looking at my phone.
I'm reading the side of this can here.
Well, then read it out loud because that would help.
Also, it said, "Blessed be the truth," because it's really nice here. Blessed be the truth teller, the one who tells us not what we want to hear, but what we need to hear. When the world seems upside down, we count on him to remind us we're standing on our head. So if you crave the truth, spend a night with his high-octane Imperial IPA. We promise it will keep you honest. And it says right here, I do solemnly swear right at the bottom of the can.
It does say that. You're right.
Now, back to Ralph Steadman a little bit. Where I work, it's basically work with a bunch of artists.
Mm-hmm.
And so every now and then there's stuff that they've used, they have, or whatever, that they have no use for anymore.
Okay.
So they would put it out for, rather than throw it out, to see if anybody else wanted anything.
Wanted it, right. Yeah, no, that happens all the time. I get it.
And there's this piece of glass, probably about this big, square,
and
it was painted.
Painted?
Painted. And it was a Steadman. And it's a self-portrait. And his self-portrait has a quote on it from Hunter S. Thompson.
Okay.
It said, "Stop drawing, Ralph. It's a nasty habit." a dirty habit.
It's a dirty habit. Yeah.
And so if you get a chance, Google the Ralph Steadman, what you call it, self-portrait. And I have that painted on a big piece of glass. It's in the office right now. I'm going to bring it home one of these days.
Hey, he's back. There you go.
Is he back?
He's back.
Can you hear me?
There he is. There you go.
There he is. Hey,
All right.
Guys, it might be abbreviated because I'm not on my own phone though, but we can definitely at least conclude our discussions though. Sorry about that.
Hey.
that's fine.
You guys just talk shit about me in the 10 minutes I'm fumbling.
Oh, hell yeah. It's like,
No, not
it's
at
like
all. Not
30,
at all.
38. He's 38. What's he, 19?
There you go. No. We actually were talking about we
Talk about
well,
tacos.
Dave, we talked about tacos, and then Dave read the truth can. No, I'm kidding. So,
Oh, fair enough. Gotcha.
I was telling John, I actually have a Ralph Steadman self-portrait painted on glass. It's the Ralph Steadman self-portrait. So it's really, really cool. I love it. I love the quote that's on it. Stop drawing, Ralph. It's a dirty habit. And that's from Hunter S. Thompson.
A couple years ago, they gave us for like a holiday gift a lot of the original Ralph just drawings, like in a nice picture book. It's really cool. I got to see if we have maybe have a stack of those somewhere in a warehouse to dish them out to a few good people.
That'd be something.
That's awesome. That'd be awesome.
I just opened my third, which is Citrus Crush.
So let's put that up. You're drinking Citrus Crush right there. The Truth Citrus
Crush.
Crush.
And I finally did get to the point where I did manage to taste Juiced Up. And Juiced Up it's got that dankness, but it's not like the base beer, the Truth. It's relaxed a little bit. It's more approachable, a little easier to drink, but still has that flavor that you're looking for in an IPA. So.
Very nice.
But it still has that 8.7% alcohol. So
Yeah, I found a lot of similarities with those two truths. I think with this one, you're going to start noticing a little bit of a deviation where there's some pretty stronger citrus notes.
My nose right now just told me this is a different beer.
It is, yeah, exactly. And then when you get to the next one too, it's even more, which it's always good, just basically laying the roadmap of where we got to where we got.
That's a tangerine bomb.
It's good, right? Yeah, it's a good one.
I like that. Holy crap, that is all tangerine, and then the truth comes out.
There we go.
It does because
that's great.
Because you get all the tangerine, then all of a sudden, hey, there's the dank. It comes in at the end. I like that.
You guys can see this one. Got the
you're drinking you're drinking Osnog.
Osnog.
Oh yeah, I forgot it. Yeah.
Hold on, I actually can do it here.
I figured you can kind of take over.
Oh, you can't. Oh, all this time.
When I was trying to figure out what was going on with him before, I realized I can do it.
That's okay. We're learning things here, guys. We're all learning.
From now on, you don't have to do any. You don't have to tell anybody.
I don't have to tell everybody at the beginning of the show to do that.
I can do it right here. There you go.
So, guys, you remember? I'm sorry if we
one job.
I'm sorry if we were like where we were at with that convo though, where we got cut off though. But I figured we can at least finish up and make it actually a final kind of appropriate kind of a little bit of a conclusion though.
So there's a couple of things. So let's go to first of all, my third beer I'm drinking, and I showed it before, is Flying Dog The Fear. There it is, and that's great artwork. That label is fantastic.
So we got Pie Face and the pumpkin pie beer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not drinking a pie beer.
There you go.
Tangerine takes an awful pie.
There you go. And that's it right there. Nice and
pretty beer.
That's pretty nice dark beer. There you go. On this day of days. I'm drinking, so neither of you talk while I drink. That's great. Perfect.
Again, we're just making sure that one speaker can put it. You've had that beer a lot, though, so I know that you've tried it a couple weeks ago. So
I was drinking it with you a little while back. Yes.
Didn't you say you had a question for Eric?
I have several. Yeah. So
about the fear.
Yeah. So all right. No, actually, I didn't. Doug did. So let's bring that up really quick right now. Doug, yes. Doug actually. Well, first of all, just to catch up on some comments, Vanessa had said, banana smell always brings me back to days of fit testing respirators in the U.S. Air Force on personnel.
I wonder if that was because of
when we were talking about Vanilla Bell's banana bread beer.
Yeah,
Brian Bogue loves Belgian styles. There you go.
We know this is a given.
Right. So anyway, Doug had said, love fear this time of year, need to pick some up. Doug, you absolutely do. Make sure you get some. But the comment before that I mentioned before, he said, where are Flying Dog beers being brewed now? that production has been shut down in Frederick, Maryland. I know the
Yes.
tavern is still open. Need to revisit that.
Yeah, so basically right now, all production has, moved since pretty much August 2023 to up to Utica, New York. There still are plans. We've looked at a bunch of facilities though of trying to keep some kind of presence down in the Frederick area with a brew pub, some kind of a tap room. We're really proud of the Maryland roots that we established over the last, close to 20 years, with Flying Dog. And we want to keep it there. We understand it's important for the people that are there to, kind of know that there's still some kind of a, presence from Flying Dog.
And,
So,
and a connection there with them.
yeah, absolutely, though. And,
is there anything right now in Frederick? Or
not right now, though. Yeah, I mean, we've looked at several locations and different buildings, though, and we're still looking, though. But there is all the intentions to, maintain that Flying Dog kind of flagpole there.
That's
because,
great news. Great news.
well, that's the thing, though. We're, Flying Dog for years had been the #1 brewery in Maryland, and it wasn't even really close. So, it's something to be proud of, though. When you look at some of the beers we've done, Dead Rise, a lot of Maryland elements, with the Old Bay and, even with the...
you know what? I got to be honest with you. That beer was very polarizing.
Of course it was.
I loved it because I love Old Bay.
Because it was what it was supposed to be. That was part of it.
I love Old Bay. I loved that beer. I actually I talked about the bar right that I ran, right? I got a keg of it. I probably drank more than half of that keg because people would order one. People ordered it and they wouldn't finish it. They were like,
a couple years ago, if you want to hear really confusing, we actually did a Goza version of it, and it was very polarizing because sours are polarizing in general, but also people who had the Old Bay, regular summer ale, they thought it was a bad infected beer. It's like, no, this is a different style. So, that beer, I feel like even when it's well received, though, it always was polarizing, though. With some years, the Old Bay seasoning was so intense. Sometimes it was a little more muted. We did a double Dead Rise one year, double the amount, which was insane. And you can only get low sodium Old Bay seasoning in these little packets, so I had to open up like 80,000 of them to make it happen.
Everyone's fingers were raw.
Oh, raw. And it smelled like, just Maryland at its best.
And wasn't that label a Stedman crab?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite labels.
Yeah, it was a good one. I still have a bunch of old tap stickers and different artwork though, and that's always a fun one though too. Lucky SOB. We have so many. I just go through sometimes my binder tap stickers and I'm like, oh, it's fun, and just beers that when they're on draft, you look at it and just the artwork just grabs you. It's always fun, kind of going down like the memory lane with a lot of that
exactly.
Ralph artwork.
It's fantastic. It's great. I love it, and like I said, I loved that beer, and I haven't had it in a minute, but I love that beer. That's great. All right, so everything's being brewed up in Utica.
Yes.
Both Saranac and Flying Dog.
Yes.
Right. What's the distribution footprint of everything?
Geez, I don't know the exact states right now because there's certain brands that we do that are only for certain states. Of
course, yeah. Well, I mean, not just every beer, just in general. Like, and is it all 50 states? Is it 48?
Not all 50 though, but I would say more than absolutely. I would say more than 30, 35. We are continuing to grow. We have a couple new states that we're looking at. And we have an entire portfolio though too. We're not just these two brands. We have. We work closely, with a kind of like a deal with like Friday beers. We have Mackenzie Cider, we have Utica Club, obviously. We have, when you look at some of the soda lines that we do, the Saranac soft drink line is a monster. It's a monster. So we have a lot of that. We have a whole portfolio when it comes to ciders, craft beer, craft soda. And some brands are in certain states, some brands are only in these states, but it's a tangled web. But our presence is out there, and we're continuing to grow, open some new markets.
Is some of the Brooklyn Lager still brewed up in Utica?
We do a lot. We do a very dominant. When it comes to like a lot of the contract brewing, our portfolio of the brands that they trust for us to do. I think it speaks for itself. I don't think Guinness doesn't trust many people to make their product. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Doug just said Doug Smith just said, "Love Dead Rise," and the Goza version was awesome. Great stuff.
It was fun. It was good. People just needed to know it's intentionally supposed to be sour, and when they didn't know that, it was red flags were put up. It's like, it's good, I promise.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. And then Dave, weren't we talking last week about a specific brown ale that may or may not be brewed? That's not the distribution version is not brewed at the.
Is it named after a black lab?
A black lab, yeah, I think you're right.
It's
Cujo?
No, not a flying dog.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
It's brewed up at the Saranac Brewery for Lake Placid.
Oh yes, Lake Placid, absolutely though. Yes. That's not a brand that obviously is part of my portfolio in Jersey though, but that's definitely one that gets when I see a lot of the different the different business plans and the different sell sheets. We do a lot though. Lake Placid has a pretty big presence once you get to the further north and near the home market though.
Further you get away from the city, yes.
A little bit, yeah. You start seeing a lot more of that brand as well. We have another one called Flying Bison, which is a big Buffalo brewery. We do a lot with. So for me, it's just a lot of flying creatures though. But I just focus on the dog with the wings. That's the main one.
The dogs you got to look at. There you go.
That's the one I got to pay attention to.
And of course, the main Saranac portfolio as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. All right, so let's talk about seasonals. All right, so winter's coming up. All right, for both, obviously, for everybody. I don't think you brew anything for Australia, so I think we're good.
No.
What's anything new? Any revamps? Anything coming back that wasn't just your standard winners? What's on the docket?
Right now, we're still finalizing our ABP. It's pretty much coming down. We're finishing a few things, but we're looking at a few other options, though. We're in a kind of a climate right now where there's a lot of, I want to say, kind of banking on some legacy brands and really focusing on tried and true to build existing brands, as opposed to throwing a bunch of new items out on the streets every week or every month, though. We're looking at some possibly different variety packs for the summertime. Last year, you noticed that we brought back Lucky SOB, that in 2024 as well.
Lucky SOB was fantastic.
And we did introduce last year also, when we're looking at Double Dog, which is our lead brand in a lot of markets, Double Dog Juicy, which has been a strong one for us. We have continued a lot of really good trends in the single serve category because we're a high ABV brand. So those 19.2 ounce cans of Double Dog and Double Dog Juicy and Truth, they do a killer because those people buying those are looking for the high gravity, and nothing hits 12% in the craft game like those. So definitely gives us a one up in that kind of segment. In terms of other seasonals too, we're looking to possibly bring back a few other big ones, though. I'm really pushing to bring back Triple Dog. That's our 18%er. That was a fun one. It was pretty much Dogfish 120, but at half the price. So, definitely want to bring that one back. Fred's very receptive, and we're in a good position where
another great label too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, fantastic. Since we're actually, we run such a large scale operation, though, we still have the ability to pivot and kind of. We can do things on a smaller batch, a smaller kind of brew scale. So we're always looking, though, and a couple things that came out this year were ones that weren't on the ABP last year. So there'll definitely be some surprises, though, but really hoping to see a return of Dogtoberfest next year. I'm pushing for that one because that was a fantastic beer. I loved it. And then
I told you a couple months ago, actually. When you first told me that Dogtoberfest wasn't released this year, and they were I think they were doing a bigger release with now, mind you, were you drinking right now the apple pie face?
Yes.
It's delicious.
Yeah,
right?
It's not Dogtober.
It's not Dogtober.
I know, I get it. Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at too. This is what I like. I do like the more traditional kind of lagers and stuff, and this is great and all, but I think with more drinkers kind of coming back with more pilsners, more lagers, and looking to kind of at least again go back to things that maybe haven't been around for a few years. We're even talking about maybe bringing back Tropical Bitch, which was always a favorite. That was good. Pineapple Guava.
Ever.
Yeah, pineapple guava was always good, and it's been about 4 years now. So there's definitely a lot.
Remember, it was in an island and had a tropical bitch once.
And we did tropical truth too, which was a good one. So there's
Probably not as much as Mapatensky, though.
No,
No.
I don't think anybody has.
Let's not go there.
Let's not go there. Not at all. I got to ask you a question. So, like,
Sure.
before I was just looking up some old, Flying Dog beers, Saranac beers, and everything else that I've had, and I'm just kind of, vamping for things that that I wanted to mention or whatever. When was? By the way,
over the address.
is that your? Is that somebody on the phone?
no, what's called? That was what's called. That was literally hanging up on a call.
No. Who's the talking in the background?
Oh, what's it called? I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Sorry.
Oh no, it's all good. No, because I was about to say that'd be really cool if it was actually somebody reciting an Edgar Allan Poe lyric or
That'd be
No, not
amazing.
quite.
poem today. That would be great. Just the raven is being talked in the background. That'd be really great.
Nah, it's not quite that.
No,
Have you ever heard Iggy Pop read The Telltale Heart?
you know what? No, I haven't.
You need to. At
Actually,
any rate.
was he at CBGB's when he did it?
Oh, that'd be cool. But no, there is actually a CD out there called Closed on Account of Rabies. And it also, you know who reads the Raven on that one?
Who's that?
Christopher Walken.
Oh, you're gonna have to remind me of this later because I need that in my life. I need to find.
Yeah,
that.
you need that.
Pearl necklace.
Yeah, that's never coming back.
Yeah.
Oh, damn! Really?
That was a great pearl necklace.
Good beer, but yeah, I mean, it's probably been like 7 years or 6 years since we had Pearl Necklace. But
Right,
again,
but
good
here's my
staff.
thing, though. It's been that long, right?
It's been a while. Yeah, a couple of those. Remember Horn Dog barley wine, awesome beer.
Horn
Oh,
dog.
that was another great.
I was getting there. You beat me too.
Oh, sorry.
Dog was my favorite.
Pearl Necklace and Horn Dog are usually brought up in the same sentence. That's why I had to go there.
It was next. Right, it was next.
Yeah,
I was going to say, it's been like 7 years, right, for Pearl Necklace?
Yeah, Pearl Necklace. We
Okay.
did the last batch we did in 2019, and
Okay.
it's funny when I asked Hunter, and they were all over it. They brought in a bunch because it was kind of like last call with it. We knew we weren't going to brew it again, and it's still sold really well. So never say never, but
I'm looking at check-ins on Untapped. October 6th, 2025. September 25th, 2025. August 26th, 2025. August 8th, 2025. July 1st, 2025.
some nice vintages right there.
There's a lot of vintages of this that people are drinking. Here you
Yeah,
go.
you can hold on to. I mean, I talked about with you, hanging on to Bigfoot, and it was a
Right
9%, I think it was. Yeah, you can absolutely, you can definitely, kind of create some verticals with that one. It was a good beer, but never say never, I guess.
So, but Horn Dog.
I know.
Horn Dog was so good.
And we did a barrel aged version that we did draft of that was insane. And,
now I'm jealous because I've had Horn Dog and I love Horn Dog, but I never had the barrel aged version.
yeah, we had that, and we also had we used to do.
I don't think I
Firkins.
did. I'm gonna check.
We did Firkins with Horn Dog back in the day. That was fun. Yeah, we did some crazy Firkins with different spices and different hops. The Firkin game I kind of miss. It was messy, but it was fun.
I love it.
Yeah.
I just had the regular Horn Dog. I did not have the barrel aged version. No, I did not. Barrel aged Horn Dog barley wine. I never had it. That's a shame. Yeah, Horn Dog was fantastic. So, anyway, so what? So that's the. So we talked about the Flying Dog portfolio for the winter.
Yes.
Saranac, what's coming up on for Saranac?
We had some fun stuff again for the winter time. We're bringing back 12 beers of Christmas, which is always good. We have a brand new IPA that's going to be rolled out. That we're kind of finalizing some orders for New Jersey though, but looking forward to that, and Caramel Porter 6-packs, which I'm really excited about. That's a really good beer.
That is
Yeah,
good.
Really?
I like
I've never
Caramel
had that
Porter.
one.
Caramel Porter's
good beer.
fantastic. It's a absolutely, it's a rich dessert beer, but it's so tasty, and it's definitely a great winter option.
Yeah, we'll I definitely have to cook some up.
Yeah, so we have that, and then for next year though, we're doing some different packaging changes, and kind of going back to some more bottles for a lot of the variety packs, because people think of a legacy brand like Saranac, it's usually scales on an older demographic, and they have told us time and time again.
Wait, what are you trying to say?
No, I'm
Yeah,
trying to
really.
say, Fred tells us every week.
I resemble that remark.
It's called Club Saranac, and it's they want more bottles though, and I think for a legacy brand like Saranac, you kind of want certain styles and certain brands in bottles. I think Saranac plays to that. We could still do some cans, but the 12 beers you start to gradually move into just bottles for next year. That's winter, spring, summer, fall. So I'm looking forward to that, especially
All you have to do is call.
Yeah, you read my mind.
So
James Taylor.
look forward to that.
And a nice caramel porter is so tasty. Doug, you're 100% spot on.
I will have samples for you of the caramel porter because it's shipping to Kohler in 2 weeks. So it's a great beer. And like I said, good for that time of year. But a lot of fun stuff. And then for next year, we're really focusing. We see a lot of great trends with Weekend Warrior. Hoping to get some Pale Ale 12 packs back because Pale Ale has been gone from the market. And it's such a good beer. But we will absolutely be looking to maybe bring back some tried and true kind of legacy brands, like Pale Ale and a couple of the other ones that people remember, Saranac for.
Yep,
Nice.
That's great. That's awesome. We'll talk about that. Well, and 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks of shipping.
Yeah, I could definitely pop in for a sidebar. We can get some more details on that for you. I promise.
Yeah, let me know. Pop in. Yeah,
yeah, sounds good.
But that's fantastic. I'm looking forward to that. I really am. I love this time of year because I look forward in August. Well, July, the anticipation of August and everything for August and September and then into October. But then right here, it's like really exciting for me for, late October into November and December and then the rest of, into January and everything else with all the leftovers, right? So
yeah, because you think about it too, like spring beer comes out in January, and there's no such thing as a spring beer. It's just leftover winters, and you can drink them till March, right?
Exactly. Look, I told you the story about the Sam Adams, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I mean, Dave, you know the story too. It's not even winter, and they're telling me I got to order a spring beer. No, not happening.
Yep. And there's no such thing as a spring beer. It's no style. It's just something they made up.
I love Jim Cook, but he's responsible for season.
100% responsible.
He is 100% responsible. And no, Dave, I'm not pulling out my picture, either of my pictures with Jim Cook.
The mention still counts.
No, it does not. There you go. Anyway, he's a great guy, but I 100% blame him for seasonal cream. And
his buddy Sam is also.
I was just.
He's in cahoots on that.
I through connection. I blame Sam too. So
yeah.
There you go.
Well, he's responsible for the seasonal creep of pumpkins.
100%. October pumpkin, all that.
Yep.
100%. All right. I think it's time. I have a couple more questions to wrap it up or whatever, but I think it's time for our top 3 list. Before we get there, though, Dave, did you open your 4th?
I have not. I'm still nursing the 3rd.
You are? Because I finished my my fear, ironically, because it is. Hold on. Where the hell is it? I know it's on the label. There it is. It is 9%.
Is it?
Yeah, but I don't have any. Unfortunately, I don't have any more Flying Dog beers because I did have a bottle of Gonzo apple pie face, but
we had that.
I drank it.
And I'm sure someone talked you into drinking it.
That's exactly correct. Yes.
Yeah, because that's right up her alley.
100%. So, and I don't have any more Saranac. So I did get a beer that's very apropos for the season. Okay, it is an oak conditioned Munich style Dunkel.
That sounds good.
Okay? Now I'm going to show you the front of the label, and I need either of you to tell me. Let's go with Eric first. To tell me what brewery it's from.
What are we looking at here? I can't tell. Can you turn it? Give me a little without showing me.
No, I can. That's pretty much it.
Oh, yeah. Is that like a tree house or something? What is that?
Very good.
Bingo! Nice job.
There you go. It's Bird of Passage. It's got a from Treehouse. There you go.
Yeah, I've gotten used to their can art. So
exactly. And their can art, I mean, before, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, their can art was just a color with a tree on it and the name. Yep. So I'm going to pour this one and enjoy this. I'm not going to finish it on the show, but I will enjoy it through dinner. So.
There we go.
There you go.
I'll let the head calm down. But yeah, that looks like a great Munich Dunkel. But anyway, that's
I'm
leading
sure
us.
that Eric's done with his top 3s. I will be on to my.
You will be on your 4th.
I will be on to my 4th by the time he's.
Oh, you'll be on your fourth by the time he's done.
I'll
Okay,
finish
so
my third by then. Yes.
I got you. So today is opening day for hockey. You got 3 New York Rangers fans sitting here.
If you didn't notice the thing right behind Eric.
You can almost read it backwards.
And
Well,
actually,
it's good now, right?
No,
it's good
no,
now.
it's
You
just
can see it.
forward.
Yeah, just
Actually, it says
move
Rangers.
to your left. Move to your left. Move to your left, Eric. Rangers.
Bang.
Rangers Town.
Rangers Town. I hope
And
it said-
now
I thought it said Rangers win. I was hoping that it said that, but this was it.
Hopefully they do tonight. We'll see.
No, they don't.
Rough season
they
last
just
year.
started. They just tipped off, by the way.
They did.
In
All right,
Pittsburgh.
Here's a disc. There you go.
There you go.
There you go. There you go.
That'll cut through Greystone.
Yeah, Greystone. Yeah, good luck. Yeah, I want to lose that one. It stays on the wall.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Speaking of wall, now everyone can see the beautiful wall art behind him of the Nintendo cartridges.
Yes.
Tacked to the wall with the Nintendo controller line just artfully wrapped around them. That is some amazing artwork there.
At the end, it's all again appreciation for retro stuff and a lot of 80s down here. Yes.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's like
No, not at all.
This is very Ready Player One-ish
Mhm.
going on right there. What a great book. At any rate.
There
So,
you go.
John,
All right.
finish up what you're doing.
Yeah, so tonight's top 3 list in honor of opening day for hockey, and the 3 of us being Rangers fans and
Okay.
hockey fans, is top 3 favorite NHL players of all time. Now,
And we'll
I
see if
say
any
NHL
non-Rangers
players.
slip into
We'll
this.
see if any of us have any non-Rangers on our list, but top 3 favorite
We'll
NHL
see.
players of all time. So,
No, okay. Oh, do you want to go? I mean, who wants to go? I mean,
You
Eric,
go first, and you go
first.
all
You really
yours.
guess. You-
okay.
Honorable
Uh,
mention
Go
to
on,
go out there.
My first player I remember really gravitating towards. I probably discovered him playing video games first, but Brian Leach, and then watching him in real life. So Leach is of the old guard, definitely of that era. Definitely my favorite of from those teams.
Oh, the old guard. To me, Mike Gartner's the old guard.
No, fair enough. And then are we going to go around 1-on-1, and then we're going to
No,
finish?
you finish. You finish.
And then I'll say definitely of the Rangers of like the mid 2010s, Matt Zuccarello, love that guy. He was awesome. I still think they probably win the cup in 2015 if he's healthy and doesn't have that nasty.
Agree 100%.
Agreed.
Yeah, that was brutal though, and
That's Zuccarello. Yeah.
and it breaks my heart, but I was a huge Kreider guy. Watching him come up, and he was so good that that magical run he had last year, where he had the hat trick, after being with the Rangers for over a decade and being one of the few guys left from that Stanley Cup team in 2014. It sucks he's gone, but at least he didn't go to like Tampa or Florida to go win a championship there, right?
Well, that's it.
I want him to-
Tampa. How long was Tampa Rangers South? I mean, that just
Rangers. Yeah, I know.
pissed me off.
I know.
That's
Yeah, I
right.
know.
We traded our captain to them.
Right.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Though I mean, you think about all the guys. McDonough was down there. I mean, they all a couple of Rangers won a chip down there, so it's almost it's nauseating. But
And the thing is, it doesn't piss me off. It doesn't nauseate me because these guys, the Rangers, didn't put enough investment in some areas on the team, and I'll talk a little bit more about that a little later.
Nice dark Munich uncle, isn't that beautiful?
And so the fact that they got the chance to go to another team and raise the cup, I'm happy for them.
that's true. I try not to be bitter about it. It just sucks because you think eventually one of our guys would can raise it, but maybe one of these years.
Yeah, maybe.
Look, let me put it to you this way. All right. So Eric, you're 38.
Yes.
All right. So you were 38. You were born in 87.
Yes.
Okay. So you were 7 when the Rangers were. 7.
Yeah. I don't
When's your
consider
birthday?
myself
When's your birthday?
June 3rd, so it's right about a week before.
So your birthday present was the Rangers winning it.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna pretend like I was watching, hockey really back then. I really started getting more into the, I'd say late '90s. That's when I started really watching though. When they started bringing in like the Lindroses and all those guys,
and then the check line and
Dave and I were in our late 20s, not late, well later, mid to late 20s.
That's a wheelhouse then. Yeah, I get it.
All right.
Yeah.
So, but here's the thing: Dave and I were in our mid to late 20s. So I was in my, let's just call it my mid 20s, right? When they won it, the last time they won it before then, my was 2.5 years before my father was born. Okay, so let's we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I know it's been a while, but I think it's the gap between then and 94 and 94 now is kind of getting a little too close. So hopefully we can change that soon.
Yeah, what was 54 years and it's been 31.
Yeah, so I mean, again.
So hopefully they will get another.
Hopefully they win it again before another 23 years. Let's put it that way. So
it's all we're looking to do.
That's all I want to do. And I really thought they had it last year, not this past year, but
they had the team. They had the team.
Ran out of gas and played the top.
They ran out of gas. Well, you know what? It's a curse, right? You win the President's Trophy, you're not winning the Cup.
Nope.
I mean, the last team to do it, other than who did it?
The Rangers did it in '94.
The Rangers did it in '94. That was,
The Rangers did it in 2014.
That's why I was like, hoping, okay, in 2014.
2014, 2015, they won the President's Trophy too.
Right, but they didn't win the Cup. I mean, the last team to win it.
It's impossible to. Yeah, like you're saying, that's never going to be the team that wins it. But
I think the Panthers have done it.
Of course they have.
So there's one team after one or two teams after the Rangers won in '94.
Yeah,
to win it, but
and one or two, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But anyway, all right, Samurai.
So up to my fourth. This is now Tropical Truth.
I'll put that up. You are drinking Tropical Twist.
Yes, not to be confused with the Truth Tropical, because that was brewed much earlier, and then it turned into this. Probably the same beer. They just renamed it to.
Well, Eric can tell us.
Do you know? Because their Truth Tropical, and there's the Truth Tropical.
We did Tropical Truth. Yeah, Tropical Truth was like mango, and that was a totally different recipe. This is something you'll get a totally different beer. That came out for a couple years, starting in 2020. This one is a new recipe though, with you get a little more of that nice sweetness up front, a little bit of that pineapple guava kind of note. It's really nice though. It doesn't drink like 8.7. Definitely different from all the other ones.
Yeah, pineapple hits first, and then guava takes over. And then it goes dank. That's
the backbone of truth, though. Yeah,
that's how it's supposed to work.
That's
well crafted. I like that. Okay, so under my top three, I got two honorable mentions.
Oh, of course you do.
One of my honorable mentions is a non-Ranger, and the reason is because I think he was one of the classier players in the NHL. He was another one called the captain, even though to us he was not the captain.
No.
He was the longest running captain of the Red Wings. Scotty Yzerman, I think, was. I just enjoyed watching him play. I enjoyed watching his leadership skills. He was just fantastic. And the captain to us is Mark Messier, and he'd be on my list, but I kind of thought he'd be on someone else's list, so I kind of left him off of there. The other honorable mention is a player who probably should have won the Cup. And I really think he was one of the greatest goalies we've seen. But
I'm already typing his name for you.
The fact that he doesn't have a ring, pretty much.
By the way, two of you already took, so I have to move them to honorable mentions. So
Henrique, yeah. You know what? That's an easy answer, though. That was a little too easy. I think
it's an easy answer, but the reason that's why he's in the honorable mention. But the reason I have to mention them is because growing up, my daughter, she was 3 at the time, and we're watching a game, and the crowd's chanting Henrique. And she starts chanting with them. And then she goes, I love Henrique, right at the end. The year that he won the Vezina for the goalies?
Yeah.
The year he won it, I said, Olivia, come here. Henrique won the Best Goalie of the Year award. She goes, oh my God. And he's giving his announcement. She's like, where's Henrique? I said, that's Henrique. She goes, that's not Henrique. She had never seen him outside the mask.
Good-looking guy.
Yes. And so his
face is white.
And his brother's a good-looking guy too. Aren't they twins?
He looks Swedish. Good looks. That's tough. And an all-star athlete, right?
And a musician at that. He's a great guitar player. But she's a big fan. She doesn't watch the show, so this is safe. This is actually her Christmas gift.
Oh, that's awesome.
Very nice.
Those are the retirement pins, so it's safe to show that because I know she doesn't watch the show. She doesn't care about.
So far, two people have been mentioned on this that I have jerseys for. So
yes,
Zuccarello and
she doesn't watch the show for 2 reasons. She doesn't drink beer, and she's a teenager, so her parents are full of shit. So why would she watch? It's just the way things work.
By the way, Eric, in case you didn't know, it's not just because I live in Jersey that my name is Jersey Johnny on the show. So
he owns 10,000 jerseys.
It's way too many.
Well, yeah. So now to my number 3. My number 3 was already mentioned, and that is Brian Leach.
There you go.
Brian Leach was just an amazing player. He was one of those players that when he sobered up and decided that he wanted to skate, he made it look like nobody else on the ice was moving. He just weaved through, and it didn't happen a lot, but when it did, it was magical, and it's just like he could every now and then just do whatever he wanted. And it was amazing to watch him play. Loved Brian Leach. My number 2 was probably one of the funniest guys we ever had on the ice. Mostly clean, so that leaves Avery out. Even though he was fun to watch. Ulf Samuelsson. I love to watch Ulfie play. He had a huge heart. If you were in front of his goalie and the referees weren't looking, your helmet was over your eyes. He did it to everybody. But I'll never forget when Gretzky was on the team. There was a check. Ulfie checked someone to the boards. He was nasty against the boards, and he broke the glass.
Nice.
And it landed on Gretzky's wife.
Oh man!
All the glass landed on Janet.
Janet.
And Ulfie, the play continues. Ulfie is standing at the boards, making sure that Janet's okay. He doesn't at this second. He doesn't give a shit about hockey. And I love that. I love that kind of character. And he's screaming at the refs at this point. He's yelling at Gretzky, who's on the bench, that what had happened. So I will always love Ulfie. We got him from the Penguins, and he was a team player at Pittsburgh. When he came to the Rangers, he was immediately a Ranger. That was something else. But my number 1 is Adam Graves.
Oh, Graves, a good one. Yeah, absolutely.
Adam Graves had the record for goals in a season by a Ranger until Yaromir. But when they talked to him about the records, because I think he had 51 goals in a season, and he said that just forgot the player's name. He was in defense, and he had a bunch of goals too. I can picture him. I can't remember his name, but Adam Graves said, "Yeah, but 10 of his goals have more distance than my 51 goals, because every one of his 51 goals was right in the crease, because he'd get all those garbage goals because he played on the line with Gretzky."
They all
Graves was on the ice, so it'd be rebound. Everything that he put in was rebound. But the thing about Graves was when one of his twins passed away, very, very young, and it just tore the heart out of him. And he was no longer the player that he was. You could see it. He couldn't, because the kids were always in the garden. You could see he couldn't stand to be in the garden anymore. And the fans got pissed off when the Rangers traded him, and they didn't realize the Rangers did him a mercy. Mm-hmm. They needed to get him out of that building. And the love the Rangers have for Adam came through because they retired his number. His banner's up in the rafters.
Oh, of course.
And then when he decided to retire, the Rangers immediately hired him as president of player relations. So community relations. So his story is, I think it's one of the greatest stories in Rangers fandom. He will always be one of my favorites. He's had the biggest heart of any Ranger ever played the game, I think.
There you go. All right. It's to me, is it?
It's his.
It's his. All right. Well, my list is always fluid, right? And
you got to change it around.
I change it around a little bit, but to be quite honest with you, I'm
moving on. I'm on the move, guys.
We're on the move.
Are you taking us to the bathroom with you, Eric?
It's getting to that point.
So most of the top 3 isn't really that, but we're close enough. But anyway, I got one honorable mention. Okay, my one honorable mention is Rangers related, but just hockey related.
Okay,
and it wasn't mentioned at all. Okay, and to not mention this guy would be a travesty on this list, and that's Wayne Gretzky.
Of course,
I mentioned him.
Well, you mentioned him, but you didn't.
I intentionally left him off because
he's an easy one.
It's easy, right? So I just had to throw him in there as an honorable mention. Okay. But my top three, and not that Wayne Gretzky's not a Ranger, because he was briefly, but my top three are Rangers. Okay?
That's fair. I mean, nothing wrong with that.
And one of them longer than Wayne Gretzky, but not as long as maybe others. But in any event, so my number three is Mike Richter.
Classic.
All right, and I mean,
Nike. Won us a cup.
Yeah. I mean, my number two might have been on that team as well. So,
considering that Richter probably faced about 50 shots a game because the defense in front of him was designed to score goals,
right?
Not to defend against.
Right? Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Mike
only Bukaboom.
Jeff Bukaboom was exactly. But yeah, Mike Richter. He's definitely on my list. My number two on the same team. Look.
Another fun fact. We mentioned Lake Placid earlier. Mm-hmm. That's where Richter lives.
There you go. He lives in Lake Placid now.
Yes.
Let's go. Let's go get some ubu.
You know how much.
Let's go get some ubu and hang out with Mike Richter.
You know how much time I spend up there. I have never run across Mike.
There you go.
And I would.
He definitely look. There's no way he hasn't had ubu.
Oh, I guarantee he's got a keg of ubu at home.
I know.
If he still drinks.
If he's fine. I love Brian Leach. I love Adam Graves. I love that entire team, and all through the 90s. Right? How could you not? And it's not that, yeah, of course, right? But my number two is the captain. Is Mark Messier.
Yeah.
The captain.
Yeah. The guarantee and everything he did. And yeah, look, I'm not. And I'm not, and it's not like when I mentioned Wayne Gretzky as a honorable mention, and I mentioned Mark Messier. Look, the fact that Edmonton won 4 cups in a row, 3 cups in a row, 3 and then 1, however they did it. Yeah, I was okay with that because the West won, right? So, whatchamacallit? So he's on there not just because of Ranger, but being the fact that he was on the Rangers and the captain and we won a cup with him made him number 2. But he would be in the consideration even if he wasn't a Ranger. You know what I'm saying? My number 1 is Roger Bear.
Before you move on to your number 1, I completely forgot what I was talking about. So
there you go. Roger Bear just screw you up. There you go.
It did, because Rod Gilbert is one of the first 3 jerseys that got lifted to the rafters.
Mm-hmm.
Rocket Richard and the absolute maniac in goal.
Maniac.
Were those I think they came before Gilbert was
before Gilbert,
yeah. Gilbert's I think was the 3rd number to go to the rafters. Something along those lines, right?
But yeah, Roger Bear's my number 1. There you go.
Okay, that's a fair list, though. I mean, I just didn't want to keep Messier off it because he's an easy one, but
I know it's easy, but I had to mention it. And you know what? He would not have been on my list. Like had you put him in there, honestly, had you put him in there in place of Matt Zuccarello, I would have put Matt's on there.
Yeah, I was just trying to get more like the guys that I'm a big Yankees fan. I could
name Richter would have moved up to 2nd. And Matt would have been number 3.
I can name you Jeter, but I'd rather name you Scott Brocious, like that kind of thing, and give you a little more off the cuff.
One guy that I wanted to put on there, but I'm like, I don't know. I loved him. Esa Tikkanen was so.
Yeah. Right. There's too many.
One of my favorite moments in hockey history, especially between the rivalry between the Rangers and the Devils.
Right.
Was Claude Lemieux, as we know, was a little bitch. He would start shit and then skate away. And at one point, he started something with Esa, and they're holding the 2 of them apart. And you know that they didn't really have to do too much to hold Claude away from Esa. And Claude is screaming, he's yelling, he's spitting. Esa just leans forward and kisses Claude on the nose. Claude's head explodes, and now they absolutely have to restrain him.
Oh, that's great.
They let go of Esa because Esa just skates away laughing. Because he knows, I won.
Oh, that's great. I love it.
Anyway, it's one of my favorite stories in Rangers history was that moment right there. Because I hated Claude Lemieux. He was dirty player who then skated away from
A dirty player. And I got it, and I just Dave early '80s, and like when Beck.
Oh, back.
Remember, Beck is back. Beck is back. Beck is back. Beck is back. Yeah.
Who was his wife? She was a model.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
We're not talking Jeff Beck.
No, not Jeff Beck. No.
I'm asking you because I can't remember her name.
I can't remember her name either, but I see her. I see her.
Yeah, he had a gorgeous wife.
Oh my God.
But yeah, no. Beck, and then Gardner back in the day, he was the one who kind of invented the wraparound.
Yeah, no, yeah. Oh, he did, right? Yeah. 100%.
He would skate into the zone at speed as fast as he could go, and then he would just go around the net, and then just no goalie was prepared for it at the time. Oh, and the crazy ass goalie we talked about, in case anybody didn't know, it was Eddie Jockman.
Eddie Jockman.
Eddie was the last goalie in the NHL who was allowed to not wear a mask.
Oh, okay. I know that. I know what you're talking about. Yep.
And he never.
It's like the 90s, mid 90s, late 90s, right?
No. I think he retired in the 70s.
Yeah, early 70s.
Yeah, he retired. Eddie retired in the 70s.
Oh, goalie. Okay. Okay.
You're talking.
Eddie Jockman was a maniac. He was crazy.
I know who Eric's talking about. You're talking about a Devils.
Because he did play in the 90s. That guy, the defenseman, I think it was. I think
the defenseman for the Devils was the last player allowed to not wear a helmet.
Yeah, helmet, not a mask. Yeah, that's a little more psycho.
It was a helmet. I can't remember. No, it was the Devils or Washington. No, it was the Devils. I can't remember his name right now.
It was the Devils. Yeah,
it was the last player. I can't remember his name, but he was the last player who was allowed to not wear a helmet. He was grandfathered in. But Eddie Jockman was the last goalie who did not wear a mask. So, yeah, that's why he was an absolute maniac, and he was a fantastic goalie. Fantastic goalie. You haven't found it yet, John?
I'm on it. Hold on.
It's
Marla.
No, not Marla Maples.
Not Marla Maples. Marla Beck.
Marla Beck. No, that's not it either.
Where the fuck is it?
Well,
that's his wife now, anyway. So.
Oh, that's okay. Oh no! I've got the wrong player. You're thinking Barry Beck, right?
Barry Beck, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking no. Oh God, who was?
His wife is gorgeous, so I thought
it is, but that's not who I was thinking of. There was a Rangers. It'll come to me, but at any rate, carry on.
All right. So anyway, this has been the Rangers portion of this podcast tonight.
Hockey opening day. What do you want?
This is the 4 beers in portion of the podcast.
100%, and I'm almost finished with my
puppy.
Oh, there's Molly.
Oh,
I love when dogs show up on the show.
They love to drop on the stream, you know. She's a good girl.
Molly, do you know Ubu?
She's a good girl.
Ubu.
Look at her.
Good dog.
She's telling me she needs to go out. That's her cue.
That's her cue. Yeah.
Sit, boy, sit.
All right, sit, Ubu, sit.
She'll just literally, yeah. You know? She's a good girl though. She loves watching the games, you know.
Oh, does she?
Oh yeah.
She's a Rangers fan, right?
We don't allow otherwise in the house. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
All right.
We've of course pissed Doug Jones off because he's a Bruins fan.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. We'll put the comment up. Hold on. Doug Smith said Bobby Orr, greatest defenseman to lace up a pair of skates. Terry O'Reilly, great enforcer. Ray Bork, most goals, assists, and points as a defenseman. Wish he could have won.
And I'm glad
Cup with Boston.
I'm glad he brought up Ray Bork because it drives
all Bruins. Go figure. Yes, Doug. We were aware. There you go.
I'm glad he brought up. I'm glad Carol.
He brought up Bobby Orr changing the game of hockey. Amazing player.
Well, Doug Smith is right. Carol.
You're thinking of Carol Alt and yeah, you're thinking of Carol Alt. Yeah.
And I can't remember who her husband is now. But I'm glad he brought up Ray Bork.
Carol Alt was actually in a movie that I just watched the other day. And I've seen it before many times, but I just happened to be watching it the other day, and she was on it. And they were on a plane.
Ron Greshner was her husband.
Ron Greshner was Carol's husband. Yeah. She was on a plane, and the guy she was sitting next to was talking to her about his life, and that was
Ron
movie.
Greshner.
No, it wasn't Ron Greshner. It was Howard Stern. It was Private
Parts. Okay, Private Parts. Yes.
Yeah, Carol was.
Anyway, but he brought up Ray Bork, and it drives home something I said earlier when Eric brought up, all the Rangers that had gone to Tampa and to other teams and won a cup.
Right.
And this is why I'll always love Boston fans.
Right.
Even though they'll fight us tooth and nail on everything, they are classy fans. They understand the sport. They understand the game.
I have no problem with the Bruins. I don't.
No, neither do I.
I don't.
And so when the Bruins traded him to the Avalanche, the Boston fans were understandably very upset. But Ray Bork, being the class act that he is, he had a press conference, and he told the fans why the trade was done. Said the Bruins are rebuilding. They can't win a cup in the next couple of years. They're someplace where I have the opportunity to win the cup.
Oh, good. What's that? Nice.
And the best part is the Boston fans, they understood it. They fully understood it to the point that during that Stanley Cup, the Stanley Cup Finals, the Boston Garden, even though Boston wasn't in it, sold out every single game.
Oh my goodness!
And when the Avalanche,
Boston Garden, they sold out forever. Oh gosh, yeah, they had a bunch of sellouts in a row though, didn't they?
No, but this was for a Stanley Cup Final that Boston wasn't even in.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, wow. Okay,
this is when Ray Bork was on the Avalanche the year after they traded him. They sold out every single one of those games, and when the Avalanche won the game, the captain of the Avalanche goes, he lifts the cup. Who's the first person he gives it to? He gives it to Ray Bork.
Oh, there you go.
His first year on the team, Ray Bork is the second guy to lift up because the Avalanche understood who he was, how important he was to the game. And I thought it was a class act on them. It was a class act by Boston, class act by Ray Bork. And I just loved that moment. And the Garden, they showed the Garden.
Yeah.
The Garden went wild. The fans were in tears.
Yeah.
And that's why we'll never have a problem with Boston fans.
I don't have any problem with Boston.
They get it. They understand.
I have a problem with Washington and Pittsburgh. That's what I have a problem with.
Depends on the sport. It depends on the sport for me.
No, hockey.
Yeah, hockey, you're right. Yeah.
Football,
right,
I love
It's
Pittsburgh.
Philadelphia and
Baseball,
Dallas.
I love Pittsburgh. But football is Philadelphia and Dallas.
Yeah, absolutely. Philadelphia and Dallas.
Baseball is Atlanta and Los Angeles.
There you go.
Yes. Agreed. Definitely Los Angeles.
Yeah. So, but which we got? Yeah, hockey.
But Doug, thanks for bringing up Ray Bork.
Yes, 100%.
He would have been on my list if I had not been a Eric, the way your hair is right now, the way you're sitting, you look a little like Yarmer Yager. I'm just saying.
There you go. I got a little Yager going on there. Yeah.
You see the Yager?
Yeah, I got the show flow going, for opening day. Got to get the show flow going.
Show flow. Gotta love it.
It's my playoff hair for baseball. It's my my opening day. Everyone, usually guys shave, but you got to let it flow for a little bit. The show hair.
So you know what? I haven't checked in yet, obviously. But what is the score?
It's 0-0.
0-0 right now. I'm just tuning in.
Guys watching it. I've got it.
The only reason why
you're on the show with two Mets fans that don't hate the Yankees.
Yeah, Yankees 2-1, whatever. I got to get Molly to a walk though in a second though. She's gonna break down this door, so I just gotta.
And then hold on, and then of course I had to put this up. I knew he was gonna say it at some point. How about the Pats beating the Bills? There you go, because
the sun shines on the Flying Dog's ass.
Eric, football.
I'm a Giants guy. I don't want to even talk about it. We're not even going to go there right now. I don't need that aggravation in my life right now.
No one does. Don't get John started.
Don't get me started. If you want, no, we're actually normally tomorrow night, next Thursday night. It's a special Thursday night edition of the Get On With the Sport podcast.
Yeah, John, Molly's yipping now.
Molly, I got to get her going, guys.
Let's say goodbye and get Eric out.
Get Eric out. So any parting shots, anything going on with Flying Dog or Saranac other than the seasonals coming out and everything
I will say this. We have some fun stuff in store, though. The calendar is going to be finalized. What's it called? Very soon. And I will have some news for you in 2 weeks with all that stuff.
You got it. Well, Stop in. We'll talk.
I got you.
And we'll go from there. You sign off. I'll do the outro. We're good to go.
Guys,
Thank
thank you again, guys. I really appreciate it.
Thanks so
Rangers
much,
looking
Eric.
okay so far, so let's see what we can do. Let's go Rangers, all right?
0-0, yeah.
The Rangers.
100%.
Guys, thanks again. I really appreciate it, all right?
You
I'll be in contact, Ron, all right?
I'll talk to you later. Take
Bye,
care.
Eric. Bye, Molly.
She appreciates it.
There you go. All right. I got a little winded there waiting because Molly had to go out. So
I know you had to get that in quickly.
I had to get that in
You
quick.
can't make the
You
puppy's
can't
eyes
make
go
a
yellow.
dog wait. You can't make a dog wait. You can't make a dog wait. Yeah. By the way,
While you're getting ready for the outro, I'm
by the way, hold on.
the highlighter that I usually
This is
use.
fantastic.
I know it's fantastic. I've had that beer.
It's fantastic. Fantastic.
I don't know where the highlighter went that I usually use to score you on your.
Hold on. I got a highlighter here you can borrow.
Do you?
Somewhere. Oh, she took it. Never mind. Just took it.
Did you take it to mark up all the enamel on the pumpkins? Was that
No, that was the lacquer.
lacquer?
I don't want. It was good though. It's a very nice display too. When we got and I'll probably put a picture up on next week's show. But we have the
Your Halloween
beginnings of the Halloween Village is up.
the award-winning Halloween.
Well, the award-winning is the Christmas Village.
Oh, that's a Christmas one, yes.
So, and anybody wants a Log Room Guys sticker, send a self-addressed stamp envelope to. No, I'm kidding.
You mean one of these?
One of those, yeah, exactly.
I send in my self-abused stomped elephant.
Self-abuse stomped elephant, exactly.
I forget where that came
I think that's what I said.
That came from somewhere. I didn't make that up. I'm not that clever.
Anyway.
Where that came from?
All right. To wrap up the show. All right. Flying Dog.
I got a yellow one on a yellow post-it note. That's not going to work. Where's my purple one?
Use the yellow one. That's fine.
What's it use yellow one?
You can still see it. Anyway, to wrap up the show.
It's not under my Biscoffs.
You're not listening to me.
Do I ever listen to you?
You never. So to wrap up the show, we talked about Flying Dog. We talked about Saranac. Eric's a great guy. I've known him for years.
Oh, hell yeah. He was a Rangers fan. How can you not?
Of course. But fantastic beer. Seek out anything Flying Dog releases. Saranac's legacy. Enjoy it. That caramel porter, Doug's not wrong. It's a fantastic beer. When that 12 Beers of Christmas comes out, I mean, to buy that 12-pack just for the caramel porter can, 100%. You know what I mean? It's worth it.
That's well noted.
But in any event,
which event? When you say in an event,
the event I'm speaking about is our show every Tuesday night. That's what I'm saying. That's the event that
every now and then we take a Tuesday off.
Every now and then we do, but we're not planning on taking another Tuesday off for quite some time.
Until May.
May is the next time we do. Yeah, you're right. So we got a lot of good shows coming up. Next week's going to be fun. The week after that's going to be fun. The week after that's going to be very fun. So we got a lot. And then we're heading to the holidays. We got great beers. We got our holiday
and some
show
great shows. And shut up, liver. You'll be okay.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll be good. So anyway, pay attention to that. While Dave just decides he's got to use his green marker or yellow marker.
It's yellow on yellow.
Yeah, it's neon, though. It'll show up. It's fine. You can use it. On that note, though, we will wrap up the show for today. We want to thank everyone for watching. And for those of you just listening to the audio podcast, thank you for listening. Don't forget to visit our website, www.loggerroom.com. That's LAGEROM.com. And please remember, like us and follow us on all of our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and, of course, our YouTube channel. All of them are at The Logger Room. Remember, we go live with a video podcast on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Twitch every Tuesday night around 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And for those of you who just want to listen to the audio podcast, you can do so on our audio host, Spreaker, as well as iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Odyssey, Audible, Pandora, Amazon Music, iTunes Music, YouTube Music, TuneIn, Podcast Addict, Castbox, Deezer, Podchaser, Listen Notes. Pretty much anywhere you can find an audio podcast, you will find the Log Room Guys Craft Beer Podcast. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to one of those feeds and you will never miss a show. Again, thanks for following along with us. Have a great rest of your week. Have a wonderful weekend. We thank Eric for coming on the show. Loved hearing about Flying Dog and the history of it and Saranac's involvement in it and the fact that they were at Frederick Brewing Company in Aspen. Then they were in Frederick, Maryland. And then Matt bought them. So they need to brew a beer called Fred.
There was a step in there that had no Fred reference. That was Denver for a little bit. But
right, but they
it wasn't that long.
They need to brew a beer named Fred. They need a beer named Fred.
Denver was just a fever dream.
Exactly. So anyway, have a great rest of your week. Have a wonderful weekend. Drink a lot of beer, but drink responsibly. And we'll talk to you next week, folks. Take care. Cheers. Ooh, very nice. And it's very Flying Dogish. I love it.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a little Stedman kind of
A little
thing.
Stedman kind of thing going on there. I love it. I love it. That's my best rating in quite some time. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Well, because I wasn't paying attention.
That's why I ran at it. While you were looking for that marker, I had at it. I just went.
I heard you stumble on one thing. I'm like, okay.
One thing, and it wasn't a stumble. It wasn't a stumble. It was a pause. It wasn't a stumble.
No. You stumbled. There was a slight pause, but then you recovered.
It's good. So, appreciate it. That was the 0.3. There you go. I would have had a perfect score had I not.
Yeah, if it was not for that little.
And I said, there you go. So anyway, folks, we'll talk to you next week. Take care. Cheers.
And maybe by then I'll find my purple highlighter.
Maybe.
It's not under there.